bio for you, so we can create a bio page for you.
I know, we talked about that right before.
Well, now parents asking, they're saying, I'm reading the bios, these are nice, and is it one from Master Kelly? No, I remember we needed to get a picture of you, which is one part of it, but the bio part we still need. So if it's not too much trouble, I don't know what your writing skills are. Assuming you were a teacher and certified teacher, you have some skills in writing. But if you can write, like read the other bios on the website, they all need updating. They all are slightly outdated, but they're still better than nothing, except it still shows Miss Ritchie's. And so you might want to read through hers and steal some of hers about running birthday parties. Because it does mention the birthday parties. And then, I don't know when we'll have another photo shoot, but we're overdue with it. Really, we just need one for you. Like all our other staff pictures can last. You know, we don't really need them updated. And to match ours, you know, it might be just getting rid of this Elmore and putting the stage over that blue background. I don't know. Are you friends with her? I'll talk to Mr. Fig. Yeah, but yeah, but if you don't have a bio, then we don't need it. Yeah, so as soon as if you already have a bio, like here's my bio, I'll be like, okay, let's see if we get that picture typed in. Yeah, that'll be for me to coordinate because that's between me and her.
We're going to second grade Sundays at 2.
That sounds good. I probably won't be around about that time. Miss Bittler often comes and does office work on Sundays now, but she knows I don't hang out here on Sundays. Like I might do cookies or something. I did that. It's today Monday. Yeah. So yesterday I did 30 cookies because I just were so behind on it. I didn't have anything better to do this week. So I'm gonna go outside. Not thinking outside. If I stood in front of the oven with my face in it, yeah. But I don't do that. I put the toppings on, I put it in the oven, I take it out of the oven, and I walk it, put them in the main room, is where we let them cool. You know, so we don't trip over it.
Well, it's not, we're not going to be like this before.
Well, it's Frank, it's you and it's Frank, Jackie, and
Yeah, that's a little bit more.
Stevie, if I'm Malcolm in the Middle, it's the most hilarious character of Malcolm in the Middle is Malcolm's friend Stevie, who's an asshole. This whole bit he does, like anytime he talks, it's like this thing.
I thought you were just sighing.
Well, I did, but I was, and then it reminded me of Malcolm in the Middle, and I need to watch that whole series again because you know who the dad is, the same guy who played Walt on Breaking Bad. Thank you. So there's fan theories about it that that's where he was. Exactly. Police get a place where you can live, new identity. Yeah, so they on the military needs witness protection.
That's hilarious. People grow up and mess with that.
Yeah, in the middle of such a good sitcom. No, I'm not. I'm a sci-fi, time travel, space faring, zombie apocalypse kind of watcher. But you can get me into some what do you call it, romantic comedy, like I'll start I'm like, okay, I gotta watch this. Yeah. Esther's not coming. Try to give me his uniform back. No use for these uniforms.
Issues last time?
Hmm?
Issues last time?
There were two brothers, one of them didn't participate, the other one I believe is here. Follow us. His younger brother didn't. Just kind of stood there really.
Great.
I wasn't saying.
What'd you say?
I wasn't gonna say.
Gosh, it's horrible. Look at how dusty I am. It's not coming off either.
They completely can't say. Maybe they just like.
Of course.
That's the worst when the black stands. Yeah.
It's not my hair on there for you.
For 6 hours.
Yeah, cats have that special way. Yeah, Miss Miller will. I'd rather have.
Just add to it and
Yeah.
same pants, just have stripe.
Yeah. But you can also get.
Stripes.
And then, you know,
Yeah, I haven't worried about that yet. Maybe I can get her to get the stars on there, but.
Okay, straight. You ready?
Yes, sir.
All right, here we go. All right, come on in. You know what to do. Find your star. Put your shoes and socks under the bench like this. John, Barney, where's Roger? Where's today? All right, Roger. Ava, Elsie. I'll come and help you. We're getting this done. Help you. Yeah. Sarah.
Thank you.
Hello.
looks like he's ready for the class.
Take your socks off, put them under your ear, give it to your dad. Also, the camera's live next door, so if you want to watch next door, you can. Yes.
My dad's gonna watch you.
Oh, in Big Dragons.
That's a mirror. That's a mirror.
Abba, how about right there, if you mind me? But remember, I'm loud. So I have to be loud so everyone can hear me. Elsie, how about you come up here so Abba can still be close by, but not near her ears. We're going to face this way, okay? Maggie. How about right here, Maggie? All right. Oh, wait a minute. John, you should be by Mr. Hogan. Come on, guys over here. Come on. How about right here? You be my Mr. Hogan. Or you could be right there, Maggie. Lopsided room here, but oh boy, it made it worse. Quick, chop, chop, don't slam the door. That's nice. Stand bowing with us. Make a fist with your right hand, cover it with your left hand.
Bow to Grandmaster Instructor.
Thank you. Bow to assistant instructor. Bow to apprentice instructor. Bow to little dragons. Thank you, parents who sit. Hey guys, before we begin, I have 2 questions for you, Maggie. raise your hand if you are good at following directions. Roger, are you good at following directions? Okay, I'll fix it. All right, raise your hand if you are good at listening during class and not just talking all the time. And no, yeah, not good at it. Very good. All right, here's your chest. Put your hands on your hips and jump the feet apart. Jump the feet together. Jump the feet apart. Jump the feet apart. Jump the feet together. Apart. Together. Apart together, 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 apart together. Together, 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 together. Apart. Up. Together. Down. Up. Down. Up. Down. Down, down. Up. Down, down, down. All right, easy peasy. Jack. Together.
One shot.
Remember? One sir.
One shot.
Jack. Together. Jack. Together. Sir. Jack. Together. Four sir. Jack. Together. Five sir. Jack. Together. Six sir. Good. Elsie. Jack. Together. Seven sir. Jack. Don't sing it. Say it. Together. Eight sir. Jack. Together. One, two, three, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Jack. Together. Guess what? 10 in a row. Go. 1 sir. 2 go Sarah. 4 sir. 5. Can you do it? 6 sir. 7 sir. 8 sir. 9 sir. 10 sir. Again. 1 sir. 2 sir. 3 sir. 4 sir. 5 sir. 6 sir. 7 sir. 8 sir. 9 sir. 10 sir. Again. 1 sir. 2 sir. 3 sir. 4 sir. 5 sir. 6 sir. 7 sir. 8 sir. 9 sir. 10 sir. Again. 1 sir. 2 sir. 3 sir. 4 sir. 5 sir. 6 sir. 7 sir. 8 sir. 9 sir. 10 sir. Squat. Thrust. Good job. Squat. Stay. Squat. Thrust. Squat. Stay. 2 sir. Squat. Thrust. Squat. Stand. 3 sir. Good, Barney. Squat. Thrust. Squat. Stand. 4 sir. Oh, wait. Are you still on your star?
Too fast.
The next one's 5. Squat. Thrust. Good, Sarah. Squat. Stand. 5 sir. Squat. Thrust. Squat. Stand. 6 sir. Noah. Good job, John. Drawn. Squat. Thrust. Squat. Stand. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Squat. Thrust. Squat. Good job, Elsie. Squat. Thrust. Squat. Stand. 9. Squat. Thrust. Squat. Stand. 10, sir. All right, excellent. Hey guys, remember on Wednesday is Little Dragon graduation. So everyone who's been good gets their new belts on Wednesday. Today's Monday, tomorrow is Tuesday, and then it's Wednesday, and that's Little Dragon's graduation. So everyone who's been good goes up to their new belt. Like Beckett would go to the orange ribbon belt.
And I'm going.
You would go to the blue ribbon belt. And Roger would be the gold ribbon belt.
Did we miss 2 months?
I don't know how much you missed. And Elsie would be in the white belt. So that's how it's going to work. By the way, if you have a
Why
star,
is he in the
sit
green?
on your star.
Why does he have reach?
Practice. Reach up. Practice. Bend forward, touch your toes. 1 sir, 2 sir, 3 sir, 4 sir, 5 sir, 6 sir, 7 sir, 8 sir, 9 sir, 10 sir. And then next week we start the punches and kicks on the thunder paper. Yeah, with the parents, with your parents holding the thunder paper. 1 sir, 2 sir, 3 sir, 4 sir, 5 sir. Try to straighten your leg as far as you can. Sarah and Becca, good job. 10 sir. Other leg. It's supposed to hurt, but not so bad that it makes you cry. 1 sir, 2 sir. That's right, sir. 3 sir. Oh, very good. 6 sir. 7 you gotta pull your toe towards you. 9. That's good. 10 sir. Bottom of the feet together. Clap your belly wings. Bend forward, touch your nose to your toes. 1 sir, 2 sir, 3 sir, 4 sir, 5 sir, 6 sir, 7 sir, 8 sir, 9 sir, 10 sir. Open the legs wide apart. Palms up. Oh, good job, Elsie. Very good, Simon. 1 sir, 2 sir, 3 sir. Try to be tall. 4 sir, 5 sir, 6 sir, 7 sir, 8 sir, 9 sir, 10 sir. Each one. Yeah, dragon eyebrows, Simon. We forgot. There's dragon eyebrows on Simon. Elsie. Ava. Oh, there you go. Oh, Noah. Ooh, oh, Sarah. Oh, yeah, Maggie. Oh, very good. You wonder where Joanna is? Joanna's trying out big dragons later. ¿Y otro lado también?
I'm gonna go to war.
Yeah, I heard. She heard you were going to try out big dragons, so that's why she's going to. Reach to both sides. White sash, gold sash, orange sash, green sash, blue sash, purple sash, red sash, brown sash, brown black sash, black sash. Legs together. 1 sir, 2 sir, 3 sir, 4 sir, 5 sir, 6 sir, 7 sir, 8 sir, 9 sir, 10 sir. Stand up. We're on schedule today. Everyone's being good, so that means everyone's getting stripes who's standing right now. And I want to just test you real quick. If you know the moves, do the moves. If you don't know them, you're not wrong, because you might have just started. So let's just see what you remember. High crane, middle crane, low crane, monkey hop,
I'll always remember.
bow stance left, cross stance right. Oh, you guys are good at memorizing things.
I will remember class.
Clap, bow stance left, crane stance right, dragon stance right. Ooh, very good. Feet together. Oh, very impressive. Now, in the Big Dragons class, they also do crane stances, and crane blocks, and crane kicks, and northern legs. Yeah, when you hit your foot. That's only 2 moves of 10. But we gotta start somewhere, so let's start with the crane stances. Attention stance. Stand tall. High crane. I did not fall. Middle crane. Low crane. Monkey. Hop. Bow stance left. Cross stance right. Clap. Bow stance left. Crane stance right. stance. Put your hands on the floor. Bring your feet together like you're squatting. See that? And then keep your hands on the floor and stick that leg out by itself. Then put the beak out for
I
one.
can't do that.
Then the beak for two.
I can't do that.
And feet together. Excellent. Attention stance. Stand tall.
Yes, sir.
High crane.
We already do that then.
Did you do it right?
Yeah, we did.
Everyone but one has
No,
done it.
no, we already did that. We already did all of
You're
it.
not doing it. I'm looking
No.
for who is doing it. All right. Back it is. Ava, other foot, Ava.
Okay.
Other foot, Maggie.
Okay.
Middle crane.
Middle crane.
Are you doing the same foot as me?
Oh.
Switch feet, John. Low crane.
Low crane.
I'm just seeing how good you are at copying.
Monkey.
Who teaches the class? Monkey.
Monkey.
Hop. Hop. Bow stance left.
Bow stance left.
Elsie, switch your feet.
I don't know how to do it.
Can you do this?
What do we do?
Switch your feet, John.
Like this. What is right
Whoa,
now?
whoa, 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 whoa. Who teaches the class? Who teaches the class? Thank you. Switch your feet, John. There you go. Cross stance right.
Cross stance right.
Can you do it? Clap. The cross stance is pretty challenging. Bow stance left.
Bow stance left.
Switch the feet, John. Switch the feet, Elsie. Make a big stance, Roger.
Like
Switch the
this.
feet,
Like
Barney. Switch the feet, Maggie.
Like that.
Crane stance right.
Crane stance right.
Dragon stance right.
Dragon stance right.
Feet together.
Yes, sir.
Oh, very good. So this time, Mr. Hogan can lead it, or Miss Kelly.
Mr. Hogan.
All right. Well, we got Mr. Hogan first. By the way, raise your hand if you are good at copying. Okay, everyone look at Mr. Hogan and copy him. Here he goes. Watch out, he's starting.
Finish your stance.
Yes, sir.
Stance up.
Yes, sir.
High crane. A little slower. A little slower.
Middle crane.
Middle crane.
Low crane.
Low crane.
Monkey.
Monkey.
Up.
Up.
Bow
Bow
stance left.
stance left.
Cross stance right.
Cross stance
Don't
right.
get steps on, Beckett. There you go.
Clap. Bow stance left.
Bow stance left.
Crane stance right.
Crane stance right.
Dragon stance right.
Dragon stance right.
Uh-oh, try to stay on your feet.
Feet together.
Yes, sir.
All right, could Miss Kelly lead it this time, or Miss Kelly? She's starting.
Take the stance.
Yes, ma'am.
Stand tall.
Yes, ma'am.
High crane.
High crane.
Middle crane.
Middle crane.
Low crane.
Low crane.
Monkey.
Monkey.
Hop. Bow stance left.
Bow stance left.
Cross stance right.
Cross stance right.
Clap. Bow stance left.
Bow stance left.
Crane stance right.
Crane stance right.
Dragon stance right.
Dragon stance right.
Feet together.
Yes, sir.
Yes, ma'am. Very good. We're seeing it, the instructor. You all did such a good job that I have bonus for you again today. Who's ready for bonus? It's only if you like to do fun things. If you like fun things. And if you like kicking. Do you like kicking? Okay. Some of you remember this, right, Beckett? Some of y'all remember this. Can you do this first? Can you clap? Can you clap? Well, just watch. Clap. If you do it, you get stripes. Now put the hand up and touch the other leg. The leg that you're touching is the foot that hits the hand. Now make sure the foot hits the hand instead of the hand hitting the foot. Can you do it? Try it. But can you bring your foot up to your hand? Put your hand at the level of your head. Yes, Elsie has it. Who else?
Yeah.
Don't hit each other. Let's see it, Simon. Let me see. Yeah. Yes. Very good, Abba. Very brave young lady there. Can Roger do it? What about? Let's see, Barney. Remember, use the other foot than the hand. Now, switch back again. And take the other hand that you didn't just hit and see if you can bring the foot up to the hand. Make sure the hand is in front of your nose.
Like this.
Yes, Abba, very good. Yes, Abba, very good. Simon, don't hit John there.
I'm doing it.
Let's see. Well, hit it in front of you. Yeah, can you do it in front of you? Okay, now I have a test for you. This is the fun part. Go ahead and sit on your star and watch the fun part. Well, not the star. Say, oh wait, did you do this? What's that called? So guess what this is called? It's a clapper! Oh my goodness, good job! Did you know that already?
Yeah.
You did?
It looks like a clapper.
It is a clapper! Because what happens is someone holds the clapper for you, and then you hit the clapper, and it claps.
I want to try it.
Well, hold your horses! I'm not letting you hit the clapper! I'm not letting you hit the clapper unless you're sitting on the star. I still might not let you. Okay, so let's see. Should we let Miss Kelly hit the clapper, or should we have Mr. Hogan? Okay, everyone watch. Oh, she can hit the really high. She did it over her head. Wow.
Mr. Hogan. Mr. Hogan.
Oh. Oh, I thought something landed over there. Right? Okay. Now, I have to warn you, this is hard, so we're not going to hit this. This is hard. You might break your toe. But since you've been so good, let's see what happens. I don't know if I've never used the thunder paper like this. Can you hold it out? Can you hold it out? Wait a minute. You gotta hold it. Okay, you gotta hold it. Like, no, you gotta hold it. You're not supposed to let it drop. Try to hold it. Yeah. I almost hit that. Okay. So, Beckett can go first here. Abba with me. And Simon with Mr. Hogan. And we're going to do 3 of them. You get 3 tries. Who was with me? Well, come over here. Don't go yet. Ready? You get 3 of them, and then you choose another person to go instead of you. We're hitting it with our foot. 1. Don't you lose your turn, Beckett. 2. 3. Hey, pick someone else to take your place. Even if you don't know their name, just point to them.
Ready.
All right, ready, come on up. And then, once you've had your turn, sit back down. Elsie, you've been picked. Pick Noah. Come on up, Noah. Ready? And get ready. Wait for my numbers. Wait for the numbers. 1, 2, 3. Oh, very good. Pick someone. Let them come up here that hasn't gone yet. Like, what about Sarah, Maggie, or Barney?
Barney.
All right. And Sarah, you're with me. And John, you're with him. And then everyone else who didn't get a turn will be next. Ready? Who did I say was with me?
Sarah.
Sarah, come on.
Sarah, go back.
All right. And 1, hit it. 2, hit it. Elsie, did you just do it? Okay. Roger, come with me. All right, you want,
I want to do it.
come on, one more time. It's our last one.
I want to do it. Can I do it?
Ready, and one!
I want to do it.
What happened to,
Gohring, do you want to do it?
Brennan, go, run. And here we go. 1, 2, 3. Woo! Very, very good. Now, when we do thunder paper next week, it's going to be more fun than that. Okay, stand up one more time. Attention stand. Stand tall. Oh, here we go. High Little Penny. Low Penny. Monkey. Close hands left. Hold it. Make it lower. Cross stance right. No. Clap. Hold on, I'm still deciding who gets stripes or not. Bow stance left. Make it lower. Crane stance right. Can you balance? Can you say balance? Dragon stance right. Pick it up. Oh, very good. All right. If you're with Mr. We can do that 36 more times, or we can do the 36. If you're with Mr. Hogan here, if you're with Miss Kelly there, Mr. Hogan there, Miss Kelly there, you know where to go. Go there. Go there. Go there. You don't have to have a start. Go with. Go over here.
Okay.
Go. I don't know where to go, but I don't want to get hurt. What is the first chamber? Miss Kelly, they don't know how to duck over here. We have to wait for them.
Mine can duck.
Oh, they did it. What's the second chamber?
Jumping.
Jumping. Go. Jump. 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 Don't stand on. Jump. Oh, good job, Sarah. You okay? Watch out. Good. Second. What's the third chamber? Dodging. No memes. Memes get last. Memes go last. Come back, Roger. Go, Noah, get out of there. Watch out, she's coming for you. What is the fourth chamber?
Turn like good job, Ava. Oh,
There you go.
got it.
Turn Noah, there you go. Turn Roger.
You do
Turn
it.
Simon. Elsie, there you go.
Turn like a door. Watch
Elsie,
your
you got it, man.
You do it.
Good, Sarah. Abba, don't get hit, Abba. You gotta get out of the way and turn. Well, try again, see what happens. There you go. All right, we have time. What is the fifth chamber? Duck, jump.
And jump. Good job, Ava.
Duck and jump.
Courtney's got it. Duck. Jump. Duck.
Like another time.
Jump.
Duck and jump.
Duck.
Duck, jump.
Duck.
Duck, have time for the sixth chamber.
Jump, ducking.
Jump, then duck. Go. Jump and duck. Duck, second. There you go. Elsie, good job, Elsie.
Jump.
Oh, no, Roger.
Jump.
Not Roger. That's Roger. That's Noah. No, man, no,
Jump.
Go, Ben, Brandon. Good job, buddy.
Jump. Jump.
Go back to your star. Go back to your star. Okay, balance. Hold the bubble. Hold the bubble. Make a fist. We follow the 5 parts: faith, respect, perseverance, patience, and humility. Bow to assistant instructor, apprentice instructor. Bow to little dragons. Little dragons class dismissed. Unless your name is Sarah or Elsie, you know where to go. Elsie, stay up. I think Elsie could possibly do big dragons. I think he would do better in little dragons first for a while. Okay. What do you think?
I think it's good here.
Yeah, this is a head instructor. I'm sure you messaged with her on the email. Yeah, she just has to be in for class.
Okay.
Yeah. But she does all the student moments, so she'll go over, I think, basic things, that's for him. Yeah, it's the little dragons, because I think that Elsie can switch to big dragons after he feels confident in the dragons, like after one more game.
Okay.
Yeah, but that's not, he didn't have to, but he's done really well in this class.
Cool.
Same with do all the moves and he behaves himself. So that's a future of big dragons. Yeah, I'm gonna talk to Sarah tomorrow, and she'll go over everything.
Okay.
And then Ezra, of course, can still come and try a couple more times as many times as you want. But I'm just thinking of him right now.
I think he'll come back and say.
He's welcome back, and I understand that, especially when they're younger. Okay. So what do you think about getting here at this time? All right, if you're in the class, line up, find your star. Hold on with the parent right now. So let me talk to my parent, and then I can talk to you. I'll come out there.
Yeah, it's not as good as it used to be. Same as yeah, it's like it's activated. I know. It just like kills everything. Yeah. Also, like it's not good yeah.
So,
I just need a healer or tank. But tank is gonna be pretty difficult. I'm looking for someone that has like, golders, olive, and like what's it called? It's something mask. You get it from Slave 5. People look like the Slave 6 stuff. Yeah, I don't know what you think about that is. I think it's for like defense. Yeah, defense. But I get like 1,500 for my Yeti. Yeah, but I know. Well, I mean, the thing is, zombie knife is and it's much more cost efficient because it's less.
stand by your mom.
I mean, my phone's on 2 cents, so you gotta get like 2 It's like if you're just stranded here until like his actual class. Yeah, what if you want? Are you sure you're going to here? Yeah.
Out of here. This is not your class. Line up and start your jumping jacks now. 3, 2, 1, go.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30, 31, 32, 33, 34, 35, 36, 37, 38, 39, 40, 41, 42, 43, 44, 45, 46, 47, 48, 49, 50, 51, 52, 53, 54, 55, 56, 57, 58, 59, 60, 61, 62, 63, 64, 65, 66, 67, 68, 69, 70, 71, 72, 73, 74, 75, 76, 77, 78, 79, 80, 81, 82, 83, 84, 85, 86, 87, 88, 89, 90, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 100. What's your position? Who said? 10.
And she can do both. There's also
Begin. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10.
Well, I'll put down for 4:30. Okay. Come in this evening, get a little bit early, 4:30, because sometimes if you get here after everyone started, they are scared. They don't want to get involved. But that class also has former river guides, so the other kids are used to those guides.
Second set. Yes, sir.
Just think about it. The earlier the time.
Begin. 1, 7, 2, 7, 3, 7, 4, 7, 5, 7, 6, 7, 7, 8, 7, 9, 7, 10.
Okay, Sarah. Yes, I'll pass this on to this. And we'll find out what he does want. Oh, okay. That's fine. I want to know.
Last set. Yes, sir. Begin. 1, 7, 2, 7, 3, 7, 4, 7, 5, 7, 6, 7, 7, 8, 7, 9, 10. On your back from Piston Kicks. Yes, sir. Push out of 30. Yes, sir. Begin. 1, sir, 2, sir, 3, sir, 4, sir, 5, sir, 6, sir, 7, 8, sir, 9, sir, 10, sir, 11, sir, 12, sir, 13, sir, 14, sir, 15, sir, 16, sir, 17, sir, 18, sir, 19, sir, 20, sir, 1, sir, 2, sir, 3, sir, 4, sir, 5, sir, 6, sir, 7, sir, 8, sir, 9, sir, 30, sir.
Okay, this is fine. Okay, he's gonna stay up there. Yes. And I snapped it, that's because I specifically told him to wait up there.
Second set.
Yes, sir.
Begin. 1, sir, 2, sir, 3, sir, 4, sir, 5, sir, 6, sir, 7, sir, 8, sir, 9, sir, 10, sir, 11, sir, 12, sir, 13, sir, 14, sir, 15, sir, 16, sir, 17, sir, 18, sir, 19, sir, 20, sir, 1, sir, 2, sir, 3, sir, 4, sir, 5, sir, 6, sir, 7, sir, 8, sir, 9, sir, 30, sir. Last set.
Yes, sir.
Begin. 1, sir, 2, sir, 3, sir, 4, sir, 5, sir, 6, sir, 7, sir, 8, sir, 9, sir, 10, sir, 11, sir, 12, sir, 13, sir, 14, sir, 15, sir, 16, sir, 17, sir, 18, sir, 19, sir, 20, sir, 1, sir, 2, sir, 3, sir, 4, sir, 5, sir, 6, sir, 7, sir, 8, sir, 9, sir, 30, sir. Sit up. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Feet straight out.
Yes, sir.
Reach up. Bend over, touch your toes.
Yes, sir.
1, 2, sir, 3, sir, 4, sir, 5, sir, 6, sir, 7, sir, 8, sir, 9, sir, 10, sir, 11, sir, 12, sir, 13, sir, 14, sir, 15, sir, 17, sir, 18, sir, 19, sir, 20, sir, 1, sir, 2, sir, 3, sir, 4, sir, 5, sir, 6, sir, 7, sir, 8, sir, 9, sir, 30, sir. Two, sir, 3, sir, 4, sir, 5, sir, 6, sir, 7, sir, 8, sir, 9, sir, 10, sir, 11, sir, 12, sir, 13, sir, 14, sir, 15, sir, 16, sir, 17, sir, 18, sir, 19, sir, 20, sir, 1, sir, 2, sir, 3, sir, 4, sir, 5, sir, 6, sir, 7, sir, 8, sir, 9, sir, 30, sir. Switch. Yes, sir. Begin. 1, sir, 2, sir, 3, sir, 4, sir, 5, sir, 6, sir, 7, sir, 8, sir, 9, sir, 10, sir, 11, sir, 12, sir, 13, sir, 14, sir, 15, sir, 16, sir, 17, sir, 18, sir, 19, sir, 20, sir, 1, sir, 2, sir, 3, sir, 4, sir, 5, sir, 6, sir, 7, sir, 8, sir, 9, sir, 30, sir. Touch your nose to your toes to as far as you can go. Yes, sir. Begin. 1, sir, 2, sir, 3, sir, 4, sir, 5, sir, 6, sir, 7, sir, 8, sir, 9, sir, 10, sir, 11, sir, 12, sir, 13, sir, 14, sir, 15, sir, 16, sir, 17, sir, 18, sir, 19, sir, 20, sir, 1, sir, 2, sir, 3, sir, 4, sir, 5, sir, 6, sir, 7, sir, 8, sir, 9, sir, 20, sir. At seated angle, lift yourself up and turn to the right. Yes, sir. back to center. Yes, sir. Arms up, back straight. Yes, sir. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 30. Reach to one side. Yes, sir. Begin. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 30. Switch. Yes, sir. Begin. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 30. Reach to both sides. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Oh. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 30. Last stretch. Then when we're back, lean back. Yes, sir. Yeah.
Where? On the back? That's where you're tight. That's why you gotta stretch. Yeah. You wanna be able to touch your toes before you get your black sash. Does that make sense?
Yes, sir.
Right, unless you have an injury or you're old, which none of you are, you have no reason not to be able to touch your toes, especially, you should have been able to touch it before black sash, but you know, sometimes I like to slack and get tall in a 3 months. Get a growth spurt, get tall in 3 months. So that's not always your own fault, but you can do your best by stretching every day. Does that make sense?
Yes, sir.
You should be really close to your toes, if not touching your toes, in a month or 2, if you're actually stretching every day. If you're not stretching every day, or if you started stretching every day and then you're not doing it anymore, start doing it again. Does that make sense?
Yes, sir.
Right. Because I would feel really bad if you could pass your whole test and I was like, well, can't get a black sash, can't touch your toes.
What if we have a
That's actually what we would do.
What if we could then?
Yeah, probably if I told you all these sashes that you're supposed to be able to touch your toes and then you come test day because you think you can do what you want, you know, touch your toes.
Chris, like, you can touch your toes and then like, in the next few weeks, like, oh wait, I can't.
Yeah, because you grew again. You did a whole another growth spurt.
Switch. Yes, sir.
Now, I would hope that you wouldn't make me do that to you. So I'd hope that you do all of your stretching necessary because it's about to be September. September, October, November, you gotta, like 3 months.
But same like you said,
Or 2 months and 3 weeks.
they would be if I didn't touch my toes off the same way and then maybe encourage me.
Yeah, I would have failed you for your brown black if you didn't touch your toes. Or your brown.
I honestly thought of like, you know how like the judges did like a thing like flip, like,
Remember for your red, how hard you had to work to get to you, touch your toes?
And I did.
I know. You hit another growth spurt. So you gotta stretch some more. You gotta stretch some more. All right. Stand up, put it out, ladies and gentlemen, stretches.
Yes, sir. So,
It's a new unit. We are on Saber and sparring combinations. Now, of course, sparring combinations won't always take the entirety of the time. Does that make sense?
yes, sir.
So, if we already have, say, if there's one kick that we're working on getting down, we'll practice that kick and a little bit of Saber. Or we'll practice that kick and some tiger section of the 108. Does that make sense?
Yes, sir.
Because we also want to continue making sure we're brushed up on our tiger. So everybody here knows the first four, correct?
Yes, sir.
So after the first four is tiger. So poison hands, iron body, leopard and snake. You should know those. And then now we're going to continue with the next section. Tiger. We're going to also be doing the second half, not the first half. The first half is in basic training. It's in backside training, basic training. So if you haven't been coming to do your leadership, you need to start doing that within the next couple of months. Does that make sense?
Yes, sir.
So we won't do the first half in here necessarily until we have the second half. If we have the second half and we learn it quick, then we can do all of it together. So the first half and the second half. Does that make sense?
Yes, sir.
All right. Now, that being said, take a quick break, go grab a drink, get water. If you don't have water brought with you, there's some water cups over there again. It's important to drink water on your breaks, in between your physical activities. It's good for your body.
Sir.
When we come back, we are working on sparring combos. We're working on our first kick. If you did not bring your saber today, bring it next class.
I brought my saber.
The day that we switched to Saber. But not today, because I'm not allowed to play weapons in school.
Well, why can't you bring a weapon?
We're not gonna do, no, we're not doing saber right now. I said, we're doing kicks today. And I said, if you did not bring your saber, bring it next class. Does that make sense? So everyone, this is your reminder to bring your sabers. Because I told y'all last week we would start sabers.
Reminder, you need final warning.
Yeah, pretty much, final warning. Because of the space in here, you want to make sure that you're prepared to do whatever activity that we have for you to do. Does that make sense?
Yes, sir.
Because there won't be a lot of space to separate you and have you do something different than everyone else. Does that make sense?
Yes, sir.
Okay, so it's not like, oh, I want you to sit out because I don't want to be bothered with you. It's like, well, you kind of sit out so that we can kind of do our activity if you didn't come prepared. Does that make sense?
Yes, sir.
All right, so it's not like, oh, you're in trouble type of thing, but you may or may not have to sit out if you're not prepared for the activity we have planned. Now, with that being said, let's get started. We've been working on jump kicks in the weekend classes, but we also started doing a few of the advanced kicks in this class too. Who remembers that kick that we practiced last class, not Saturday, but last class in here? The reverse. No. We've done the reverse side kick, but
We did a round kick.
the back leg round kick. That's the one. Yes. Okay, so the back leg round kick. Attention, stand.
Yes, sir.
Stand tall.
Yes,
So
sir.
now spread out, everybody shift this way. You can kind of have, no, shift this way. You can kind of all have your own space. Scoot, 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 scoot. Here it goes. Scoot, 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 scoot. More. Right there, good. All right. William, scoot over to your right a little bit. Or make sure you can see yourself. Can you still see yourself from here if you scoot over a little bit? Or stagger. So scoot back. 8. No, stagger. One of you scoot up, one of you scoot back. Yes, scoot up a little bit. All right. Scoot, Xander. More. Right here.
Now more.
Attention, stance.
Yes, sir.
Stand tall.
Yes, sir.
Now, ready stance. We're gonna do our right leg first because that's what most of us are good at. We're gonna step back with the right. We're doing a back leg round kick. So we're gonna kick with the right leg. Back leg round kick. Kick with the right leg. Back leg round kick. Switch feet. All right. So bring your fist up. This is just to get it set up correctly. So bring your fist up. So now the first part is you're gonna throw the knee forward, and that helps pivot the bottom foot. Go ahead. Throw the knee forward. Notice how your bottom foot scooted a little bit? Does that make sense?
Yes, sir.
Okay, so if that's scooted like that, what that means is you threw with enough momentum to pivot your bottom leg. Does that make sense?
Yes, sir.
So now the more momentum you throw with this leg straight up, the more it'll help you pivot. And when you have the opportunity, when your leg is as high as it can go, and you begin to pivot, then you can do your kick. Does that make sense?
Yes, sir.
Does that make sense?
Yes, sir.
Okay, let's get it unison. Does that make sense?
Yes, sir.
All right, very good. So the knee goes 1, 2, and then we throw and snap. That's right. Now, the goal is to make it look like, to make it hard for them to tell what's going on. So I go up straight and then turn to around. Up straight, boom, turn to around. Ah. Now the toe has to be pointed. So your regular round round kick has to be correct first. All right, so everybody step forward with your right foot. And now we're gonna do just a regular round kick. If your regular round kick is correct, then doing the back of the round kick won't be a problem. So lean back, snap the foot, snap, pull it back. With the toe pointed. Lean back, snap, boom, pull it back. Good. The more you lean, the higher you can kick. So go ahead. Lean, snap. Pull it back. Set it down. Go. Give it. Do 10. 1. Take your time. 2. 3. Use a counterweight. So stick your hand out a little bit and then lean. Here we go. Look where you're kicking. That's better. Look where you're kicking. There you go. Just put me flat on the ground. Turn all the way there. Now turn and lean this way. Not sideways. Look, look, look. You see how I see? Show me the chest. Look. Now go. That's where I want you to do. Does that make sense? But you gotta still look. So as long as you're looking, you should do. That's better. I said regular round kick. Follow the directions, please. Let's go. I'm evaluating you. I'm not trying to see y'all stand around. Switch feet. Get it outside. Toes pointed. See? Good. Now turn this toe out. Lean this way. And now do it again, but keep the head up. Now look up the whole time. That's better. Try it again. Turn this toe out. Lean this way. Wait. I want to do my mouse head. So turn this toe out. Now turn your chest toward me a little bit. Lean this way, but look your face that way. Slow it down. There you go. See how it got better that second time? So when you set it up correctly, try it again. Look up. Turn. No. Do the steps that I just said. So turn the toe is number 1. Number 2 is turn the chest toward me. Number 3 is to look. Number 4 is to lean first, and then 5 is to kick. That's better. You see that? You see how that works? So do those 5 steps in that order over and over again. So slow down to speed up, and it'll make you kick way better, way faster. Look, boy. Look at where you're kicking. Look at where you're kicking. I can't wait to spar y'all. That's so good. Y'all have a hard time paying attention to what y'all are doing. Look where you're going to kick. Practice. That's how you get much better at the practice. You don't have good aim if your eyes are never where you're kicking. If I look over here and I'm kicking this way, where's the target? You gotta look at the target. That's what the goal is. The goal is to kick wherever your eyes are. So if your eyes are over here, chances are your foot's gonna go a little too far off that way. If you're looking down at the ground, chances are you'll spin like this. Do spin kicks, which makes you off balance. Don't look at the ground. Same thing with you. 20. Now, there's a general rule that happens that is true for pretty much for all of your kicks, whether they spin or not. What does the standing leg do? Where do the toes of the standing leg point? No. Where do the toes of the standing leg point?
Forward.
No. The toes of the standing leg point away from my target. Say away from my target.
Away from my target.
For balance.
For balance.
Does that make sense?
Yes, sir.
So if I'm gonna stick one of the heaviest appendages I have on my body out away from my body, don't I need a counterweight to make things balance?
Yes, sir.
Okay, so if I stick my leg out like this and I don't put my arms down out or anything, what's heavier, my head or my leg? My leg is heavier. If I took all this and balled it up, it would be smaller than my head. No. So your leg is heavier because it has more muscle on it. Right? Muscle is heavier than most things. Does that make sense?
Yes, sir.
So because the leg is so heavy, I need something to counterbalance. So having my body turned away and engaging different muscles and then using my toes for balance. Does that make sense?
Yes, sir.
So it's hard to use toes for balance if I turn my toe forward and lean sideways because there's no toes on the side of my foot. Does that make sense?
Yes, sir.
Alright, so now when you kick, I want you to take that general rule that you know exists and make it true for your own kick. Does that make sense?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Okay, let me see, show me. Show me you understand. That's much better. It gives you more control. That's not quite it. Where did the toes point on that leg? Where did the toes point on that leg? You're not supposed to be standing there, you're supposed to be standing like this. You don't lift your foot before you lean. You lean. Turn the body. Turn the toes away from the target. Turn both toes away from your target. Then look to your target and lean away from your target. Then you kick. Does that make sense? Okay. Those are the steps. So step 1 is to turn the toes away from the target. Step 3 is to turn the chest away from the target. Step 4 is to lean over the standing leg, and then the last thing is to go ahead and do your kick. So, yes, that's much better. Y'all are getting much better at applying the rules. It's just like an equation, like a math equation, right? So you just take the numbers and you keep changing the numbers, but the equation doesn't change, right? So it's number plus number equals number. Does that make sense? So the same thing, it's the same equation, you just change the numbers. So 4 plus 4 equals 8, right? You just keep plugging in different stuff. So if we're plugging in different stuff into this equation, we do all the same steps, and the last part of the equation would be a side kick, a round kick, a front kick, or a hook kick. Does that make sense?
Yes, sir.
Right. Feet together.
Sir.
Take a break, grab a break. When you come back out, we'll be doing the back leg round kick, the actual back leg round kick on a focus mitt.
Yes, sir. Gus is still there.
Is he still there?
Yeah, he's just looking through the window.
Well, usually you work out at the beginning of the class or after you warm up. So what we can do is we can do basic training.
You just don't come to like ask the office phone or whatever.
Or like next time bring his mom's wallet. Just be like, the coffee. The kids all like fat here. Like caffeine and everything. So you can go to the
Dude, freaking that kid, oh my, you landed that. That kid will freaking go nuts off of caffeine. Like young children are nuts off of caffeine.
Yeah.
Dude, alcohol.
Oh, I forgot about Billy the Bully.
All right, now
Yeah, we're just bullying.
back leg round kick.
Sir.
Wait, you're gonna do it with on a pad.
Oh,
with a let's see. Madeline, until we Crystal's part.
Okay, we're practicing.
Back leg round kick, and I'm gonna come around and give you all pointers. Once I give you a pointer, please do your best to do what I said. Don't get distracted and start talking to your partner. Does that make sense?
Yes, sir.
You're here to practice to get better. Crystal.
Are we allowed to discuss, like, are we allowed to give each other things or whatever?
I don't recommend it. I don't recommend it because you need to be focused on yours and making yours better. Oh, that's my fault. So more than likely, I have given you all your own names.
I'm not gonna die for it. What is fingers?
For an hour, okay.
I'm gonna be horrible.
7. Doesn't count. 8.
Now when you do it, I'm not even
9.
so I'm standing here,
1.
we're doing a couple blocks, and pushing straight off the back leg. So when I push straight off the back leg, come up, that gives me the pivot on the left, and I'm
Right
gonna
hand,
snap.
right? Yep.
Yeah.
1.
Right there.
2.
So from here, push up, and that gives me the line, and then from there, if I do it without momentum, then it goes like this. From here it goes.
6.
But it's hard without momentum, so you have to push to get to this.
8.
Hold on.
Woo. Oh, good. Yeah. Okay, that's fine.
There it is.
The Saturday classes are actually cool. Yeah, I love them.
That's better. Now scoot away. Scoot away. Come forward. Come forward. Like this. That's the deal. Try one time, and then make sure she can't see this part. She should only be able to see this part. You move your head here and hold it there. Keep your elbow bent. Keep your shoulder bent. Oh, that's better. Now point the toes and hit with the top part of your foot. That's not it.
What?
What?
Excuse me?
That's not it. So what are the first steps? What's the first thing you did in here? One knee up straight, not sideways. Go straight up with the knee. Even if you pivot, the knee still comes forward. Walk the leg forward. Knee comes forward. Roll your knee, do the pivot, make sure the knee comes forward. Okay, do it again. Close. Pivot. Better. Do it again. Go back. Okay, just do the knee. Okay. With my nerve box, so wait, go ahead. When you do a raise, it's gonna go like this. Yeah, so you have to kind of push it. If the foot's flat, there's nothing to push it. So push. There's better. Yeah. Now throw in, scoot back, throw in the kick. Yeah, try it again. Do it again. Nobody else. Scoot back. No, now do it all at once.
You okay?
Yep.
What happened? Good.
You see it again?
Oh, this ball is not doing
Now,
something.
pause. When you do your kick, where you hit it. So if I run a line down your hand, you would not touch the pad. Okay? Yes, so when you touch it, you should never see this part. You should only see this part.
There we go. That's not like that.
So now we are, back foot, step it out, and then turn your chest square. Now, there.
With that leg, you're a little bit stronger.
That's better. And now scoot the pad away from you a little bit, and now try to reach for it. Yeah, keep the head up and really try to reach for it. Be straight. There you go, that's better.
Last one. Okay, count.
Better.
Underneath it, nice one.
Hit it with your hip. Hit it. It's very tough. And that'll allow you to pop.
Yes. Yes.
Just takes the back. Sit here.
Use the top. Use the top. This. That'll compensate this top. So just come off your heel at the very
Bravo.
Go again.
Was that good? That was good, yeah.
Bring that knee up to my hand again. Yes.
There we go.
And I didn't hit you, I just put my hand in the right place and you hit it correctly. So if it stung a little bit, that's your fault. Go ahead. Better. Now make it touch my hand a split second before you kick, before you round kick. Yeah! Again.
How I always do.
Yep. You see how I go, ta-ta. You see how I go, ta-ta. That's what you want. So now as soon as they see the knee happen, then right as they're seeing the knee, boom, you hit it in the face.
It's like one of those like silent but deadly things.
That's right, that's right, that's right.
It is
Hopefully you'll be a holder.
Yeah.
Hopefully.
It's so loud.
You got more space than you think.
It's so loud.
Yes, you see how much closer you got? And then you got more space than you think. Take. Out to your partner. Very good job. Do you have your list with you? Who has their list with them?
I didn't get a list on.
Oh.
That's right, you're practicing. Go ahead, grab your list. The back leg round kick is an important part of a couple of different combinations. Does that make sense?
Sure.
So we have these advanced combinations that black sackers have to do on this test before they fight us. And when I say us, I mean myself and any of the other teachers.
Wait.
I need somebody to hand this to me. Yep. Perfect. All right, here we go.
Great. Got it.
Okay, so the first technique, raise your hand if you've done southern legs. Raise your hand if you've done southern legs. Raise your hand if you've done southern legs. Southern legs is this one. Who's
I
done
haven't
it?
done it in so long.
Who's done it? Raise your hand if you've done it. I don't need to know all that extra stuff. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yes? No? Okay. Y'all have done it, I just don't get y'all to practice it much. So after we do the back leg round kick, there's another kick called the tornado kick. And if you have done southern legs, you've already done the tornado kick. Does that make sense? The only difference between the first two moves of southern legs and a tornado kick is that you don't strike your hand. Does that make sense?
Yes, sir.
Okay. All right, so let's give it a try.
What was it called? We have to, I guess, fully stand up for it.
No, that's a different one. It's similar, but it's different. That one is the outside crescent. We're about to do a jump.
Huh, okay.
Jump inside crescent. All right, let's give it a try. So we just did the back leg round kick, and that's the first move of the technique. The first move is back leg round kick. The next, we're going to set this foot down. Go ahead. Step forward with your left foot. Everybody step forward with your left foot. Back leg round kick. Push. Snap. Set it down. And now look over the shoulder. Now you're not gonna, now this one you'll have to come up a little bit. So you have to, don't bend over, come up a little bit. Lift the left knee. Turn a little bit towards the front, just a little bit. And then you're gonna do the crescent, but don't hit your hand. Crescent. And once it comes over and around, then you gotta set it down again. Because I believe it's reverse side kick, back punch. Okay, let me go check, make sure.
Okay, don't be on it.
You get to do the hook kick twice. Yeah. So it's offensive back leg round kick. So we're gonna push, back leg round kick, set it down. Lift the left knee, come up straight a little bit. Tornado kick. Boom. Set it down again. Hook kick with the left. Set it down. Back punch. Fight! Oh, you said?
Oh, that's like 4 actually.
Yeah, it's 4. Now do it as I said. It's back leg round kick. Tornado kick. Reverse hook kick. Back bridge hand. Sorry, not back punch. Back bridge hand. Reset. Reset. Okay, lean, scoot over, maybe back from here against you. Hands back. Okay, so it's back leg round. Tornado, lift the left knee, tornado. Set it down. Reverse hook kick. Set it down. Back bridge hand. Bridge hand if that's easy. Tornado kick's kind of difficult.
It's really old. If we get good enough at it, do we have one should be like if we practice it and then like get good enough at the tornado kick and we can control it, or we like you can sparring?
Yeah, we just really control it.
So that's like advanced sparring.
Advanced sparring.
Dude, that'd be so fun, like jump around, kick and do the tornado kick.
So we just did the back leg round. The next technique is the tornado. So you're gonna lift the left, turn, press it. Go grab your pad with your partner. Hold it in the same way that you did for your back leg round, because it hits the same direction. So back leg round hits from the left. If you're holding the pad, it hits from the left. And then when you do the tornado, you're hitting with the right leg again, so it'll come from the left as well. Okay, give it a try. Do the first kick, have your partner scoot back a little bit, do the second kick. Back leg round. Back leg round, scoot back, you gotta scoot back. Lift the left knee, Yeah, give it a try, keep trying. No, you start with the side of your foot.
So like how you kick a
The side, yeah.
Let's try to do it fast.
Yeah. You do the first kick. More of the side of it, you do it. That's fine.
There we go. It's difficult to do. You get it's hard to do that. It's weird though. It's like using it in an actual.
Okay, that's fine.
There we go. That was a good one. I think it's like Lego yeah, I love it with you. I could have short.
That's better, but so for this one, just stay up straight. So now lift the left knee. Now jump to stay upright. Up the whole time. So when you hit, it won't hit like this. It won't hit like this. Like this. Yes. Like that.
There we go. I feel like I keep when I do it.
And then so you turn around and do it. Is this formal? When I go over to turn around and do it. I'm gonna right hand.
See, bounce your partner and bring your pads up and set them on the ground. Don't toss them, don't throw them down, set them down on the ground.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Should be a percent out, so. Yeah.
Raise your hand if you're going to the tournament on Saturday.
Yeah, this Saturday, right?
If you're going to the tournament on Saturday, put your gear on and come back out for some tournament. Not yet. The tournament correct. Right. The path of self-mastery requires.
Focus mind.
No, it's a new one. What's after leopard? Snake?
Yes, ma'am.
Snake. Path of requires persistent
Action.
persistent action. Persistent action. Achieve a goal without quitting. There it is. The path of self-mastery requires persistent action. Persistent action achieves a goal without quitting. The path of self-mastery requires persistent action. Persistent action achieves a goal without quitting. Bow to advance, immediate. Very good job.
Oh, I'm sorry. I'm so hot. I hope you're an email from us. You have everything so much. I got an email from us saying I was signing up.
Okay, what's your girl?
I haven't gotten to it either. Me neither. I would have done it one time. Yeah. It's great. No. Dude, I kind of played so long, but then I got to do it.
Thank you, Madeline, good job. Oh, is this your list?
No, it actually just, I picked it up earlier.
Okay.
Yeah. So, no idea. You have to tell my mom later. Oh, I'll talk to them. Whatever. Okay, there we go. Is all going to shine?
Alright, y'all bow to each other. Or stand on those stars. These two stars. These two stars. Alright, down, feet together by me. Bow to each other. Shake hands, which means touch gloves. Now, because at the tournament, don't open your palm and touch it. Just punch it. Alright, let's go back behind that line. Behind that line. Watch out, Lisa. Smart. Great. Yeah, you gotta run back to your spot. Make sure there's no blind attacks, and it has to be all clean. So at this tournament, they do point sparring. You don't get to just continuously spar. They're looking for you to touch. That's why we talk about combinations. So try to get combinations going. At least two. Spar. Break. Move. Stay in your fighting stance. When we say break, go to your fighting stance. Just move back on that line. So 2 points white. You're red. He's white. 2 points is for a kick, and 1 point for a hand technique. Spar. Don't wait too long. Don't forget to follow with the hands. After you kick, follow with the hands. Move around the ring so that the judges get a different angle. So come this way, Eric. Don't stay in that corner. Move around. I can't see what you got going, but I think you're getting points. I just can't see it. Move around. Help the judges out. Move around. So pause. So when I say help the judges out, move around, y'all stayed in the same position. So then when I say move around, that means you want to try to get around over here so that I can see what you're doing to this Does that make sense? Spar. Because I can't see clean shots. I need to see clean shots. Don't keep round kicking over again. Y'all need to do something different. Somebody do a side kick or something. See how tired you get? Y'all haven't even touched the break. Reset, reset. 2 points red. You gotta reset fast. Spark. Y'all are tied now. Don't wait too much time. You gotta get after it. Get after something. Alright. Let's go. Back to this. Rich hand. Follow up. Great. Reset. Boy, you gotta run right. 1 point red. Spark. Break. And that's time. That makes sense? So he would have gotten that one just because he was 1 point up. But if you get 5 points past the person, so if he has 2 and you get 7, even if the time isn't up, the match automatically ends. Right? Does that make sense? So if he got 2 kicks and a punch on you, which is his 3 techniques, so y'all say fight, he goes, bow, that's 2 points. If you fight, you go, bow, that's 2 points. If I go, bow, that's 6 points, you don't have to fight anymore. Does that make sense? So it's kind of about speed at this tournament, not just working the ring and being aggressive and working your posture. Does that make sense?
Yes, sir.
So there's less overtaking. At this tournament, you don't get to overtake your partner by throwing punches over and over again and walking toward them.
Yes, sir.
You have to actually show skill and be really precise. That's like really, really clear so they can see what's what. But anything, if it gets like any of that, they won't. Even if you make contact, they won't count it because it's like, what is that? Does that make sense? They're just looking for something clean. All right. Mason, step in and spar here. Sometimes you have to spar right after another. You'll be tired. Crystal's about to spar 8. Out to each other. Fighting stance. Fighting stance. Touch gloves. Boom. Get back behind that line. Get back. Get back. Spar. Break. 1 point. White. 1 point white. Spar. Break. 2 points red. Spar. Combos, y'all. It's hard to throw points when you don't have a combo. Help the judges out. Move around. Move around. Move around. Don't miss. Don't miss. Use your kicks. Look what's open. Look for what's open. Gotta get something clean. Y'all tire yourself out. Get something clean. Break. 1 point red. Spark. Break. 2 points red. Spark. Need 1 more point from somebody. Break. 1 point each. Feet together. I believe Eric won that one by like 4 points. Feet together, feet together, feet together, feet together, feet together. About me, about each other, and hugs. I don't know how hugs will work here, but they might have a fist bump again at this turn. That makes sense?
Yes, sir.
Right. Crystal and Aiden, come on out.
Quick fight.
Sit. Doesn't matter, get on spot. Y'all wouldn't spar at the tournament unless it was an exhibition, which means you don't actually fight in your division. Right? Y'all watch, be quiet, y'all watch, be quiet, be quiet, be quiet, watch, be quiet. Got me? Got each other? Fighting stance? Fighting stance? Touch gloves? Boom. Spar. Stay close to your point. Get your point in there. Chase it down. Get something. Get after it. So you get one warning for face contact. Smart. I understand when they break. You gotta jump back to that spot when you break. Does that make sense? Get there fast. 2 points red. Smart. Take it off. Break. If you need a break, you gotta actually make the hand signal so it's good. Smart. Kicks up a little higher.
I think you're gonna do well at the tournament.
Front kicks are good.
Thanks.
Front kicks are good.
Me too.
With your aggression, a lot
Front
of,
kicks, press the button.
you know, a lot of people don't know how to counter it.
Also, if I'm in
Y'all can't kick that low at this tournament. They're gonna disqualify both of you.
Yeah.
Y'all can't kick below the sash at this tournament. It's all gotta be above the sash.
I'm nervous right to it more like speed combos or
Don't miss.
like if someone has a dad.
Do something different around kick. Gotta mix it up. Switch it up.
I need to take my own advice, so I found myself just sitting like that most of the time.
Oh,
Like,
point. Somebody do something. Go.
I think it's a good match.
We're equal, right?
Yeah. I feel like that's why I can never attack it.
Break. Time. Guess what the score is?
2-9.
It's 0 and 0. It's 0 and 0. Or well, the 2 that you got, but the minimum is 0. You gotta touch the partner. You gotta go touch the partner. Y'all throwing kicks. I mean, yes, it's good to practice in class. Y'all actually have to touch each other. Right? She's a girl, she's fine. He's a boy, he's fine. Right? You want me to hit you so you can see?
On my tournament,
Watch,
it's like a strip like that and then fire. It was awful. It was just like,
Right? Is he trying? Touch each other, go. Start. You got 30 seconds. Go, get a point, hurry up. Whoever gets the first one wins. First one, set it down, first one wins. It has to be clean, though. You're out of bounds. Somebody go
so out of
get something.
bounds.
Get something. Somebody go get something.
Get close enough to touch. If they're like, you know, if you have them on the corner or something.
Go, touch, real quick, right. She gets those 2 points out of 2 point red. Right now, y'all are tied, but then now we still gotta do another set there. Does that make sense? You see how that works? So you really gotta be aggressive when you get out there. If I throw a round kick, it's not gonna touch. Right, so you gotta get touched. Does that make sense? So don't be afraid to get hit, because a lot of times you're reaching out because you don't want to get hit. So you're like, you don't want to get hit. And right? So there's not much you can do about it. As long as you hit them first, you get the point. If they hit you after, they don't get a point. You get the point because you got it first. Does that make sense? At this tournament, that's how it works. So whoever's first wins. Yes?
It'll be so
Try
fun
to be
at the
first.
tournament. You just like see off in the distance.
Jade,
someone-
right on the line. Hurry up. Not you. No, not y'all. This is Aileen. I just said not you. Keep it on. Aileen, up front. Aileen Resendez. Purple black sash in Kung Fu. Right, that's right. There we go. Arms up. The black on the outside. Okay. I don't know how tight you like it, but I made it loose. If you want to tie it in there. There you go. All right, let's count the ball. Put that in your hand. This way. Drop your mask for a second. One more. All right, very good. All right. Bow to advance and intermediate. be aware of it. There's probably people around here.
Get on your start. No, no, okay. Get on your start. Get on your start. No, it's not good. Get on your start. Max, get on your start. I'm serious. No, get on the start. Over here. You're gonna get sat out if you want to do that. Right now. Okay, come over here. Right here. Jake, right here. I didn't ask you. That's not how this works. Go, listen to Mr. Hogan right now. Come on.
All right, let's see what we got. All right, so.
Out of senior instructor.
Bow to advance, apprentice instructor, intermediate, and beginner level students. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Before we begin, we have one award, Chad Barrett up front. Chad Barrett to the rank of Gold Sash in Kung Fu. After class, be sure to give Aileen and Mr. Beard a nice strong COVID bump and say congratulations. 75 jumping jacks.
Yes, sir.
Begin.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30, 31, 32, 33, 34, 35, 36, 37, 38, 39, 40, 41, 42, 43, 44, 45, 46, 47, 48, 49, 50, 51, 52, 53, 54, 55, 56, 57, 58, 59, 60, 61, 62, 63, 64, 65, 66, 67, 68, 69, 70, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
Good job. You made it. Push up position.
Yes, sir.
Who can show us a black sash push up? Who can show us a black sash push up? Watch Gus do a black sash push up. Everybody rest. Watch. Everybody rest. Watch Gus. See how he bends his elbows and keeps his back straight? Look up, Gus. Who else thinks they can do it like that? If you can't quite do it like that, watch Miss Hale do it from the knees. And boom. And then bend the elbows again. So if not the toes, then the knees for a little bit easier. For a little bit easier to work out. All right, let's give it a try. First set.
Yes, sir.
Of 10.
Yes.
Begin. 1, sir. 2, sir. 3, sir. 4, sir. 5, sir. 6, sir. 7, sir. 8, sir. 9, sir. 10, sir. Second set.
Yes, sir.
Begin.
1, sir. 2, sir. 3, sir. 4, sir. 5, sir. 6, sir. 7, sir. 8, sir. 9, sir. 10, sir.
Can't be in the back position. You can copy Max. Max is sitting up, resting his hands on his thighs. You can copy Gus, resting his hands on his thighs. Jake, you can copy Asa. See how he's resting his hands on his thighs? Like Xanon. Third set.
Yes, sir.
Last one. Begin.
1, sir. 2, sir. 3, sir. 4,
There you go.
sir. 5, sir. 6, sir. 7, sir. 8, sir. 9, sir. 10, sir.
On your backs for piston kicks.
Yes, sir.
Watch Max. This is what a piston kick looks like. Right, touching the opposite elbow to the knee. And then lifting his head off the ground, not letting his feet touch the ground. Does that make sense?
Yes, sir.
Okay? If you can't do that, then just kick with the legs. Don't move your head or your arms, but just kick the legs. Go ahead, kick the legs. Don't let it touch the ground. Don't do the hands, just kick the legs. Close, close, close. Go, watch Asa kick just the legs. Boom, 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 boom. Give it a try. First set of 25.
Yes,
Yes,
sir.
sir.
Begin.
1, sir. 2, sir. 3, sir. 4, sir. 5, sir. 6, sir. 7, sir. 8, sir. 9, sir. 10, sir. 11, sir. 12, sir. 13, sir. 14, sir. 15, sir. 16, sir. 17, sir. 18, sir. 19, sir. 20, sir. 1, sir. 2, sir. 3, sir. 4, sir. 5, sir.
Second set.
Yes, sir.
Begin.
1, sir. 2, sir. 3, sir. 4, sir. 5, sir. 6, sir. 7, sir. 8, sir. 9, sir. 10, sir. 11, sir. 12, sir. 13,
All
sir.
good job.
14,
Gus
sir.
making elbows touch.
16, sir. 17, sir. 18, sir.
Xanon's got the elbows
19, sir.
touching.
20, sir. 1, sir. 2, sir. 3, sir. 4, sir. 5, sir.
Very good. Last tip.
Yes, sir.
Easy. Begin.
1, sir. 2, sir. 3, sir. 4, sir. 5, sir. 6, sir. 7, sir. 8, sir. 9, sir. 10, sir. 11, sir. 12, sir. 13, sir. 14, sir. 15, sir. 16, sir. 17, sir. 18, sir. 19, sir. 20, sir. 1, sir. 2, sir. 3, sir. 4, sir. 5, sir.
All right, sit up.
Yes, sir.
Feet straight out in front. Reach up. When you reach up, try to make the back straight, as straight as you can.
Yes, sir.
Bend forward to touch your toes.
Yes, sir.
1, sir.
2, sir. 3, sir. 4, sir. 5, sir. 6, sir. 7, sir. 8, sir. 9, sir. 10, sir. 11, sir. 12, sir. 13, sir. 14, sir. 15, sir. 16, sir. 17, sir. 18, sir.
19, sir. 20, sir.
Bend one leg in. Go forward with the legs. Reach up. Bend forward, touch your toes.
Yes, sir.
1, sir.
2, sir. 3, sir. 4, sir. 5, sir. 6, sir. 7, sir. 8, sir. 9, sir. 10, sir. 11, sir. 12, sir. 13, sir. 14, sir. 15, sir. 16, sir. 17, sir. 18, sir. 19, sir. 20, sir.
Switch.
Yes, sir.
Reach up. Bend forward, touch your toes.
Yes, sir.
Here you go. 1, sir.
2, sir. 3, sir. 4, sir. 5, sir. 6, sir. 7, sir. 8, sir. 9, sir. 10, sir. 11, sir. 12, sir. 13, sir. 14, sir. 15, sir. 16, sir. 17, sir. 18, sir. 19, sir. 20, sir.
Bottom of the feet together. Bend forward, touch your nose to your toes, or as far as you can go.
Yes, sir.
Don't get your toenails in here. 1, sir.
2, sir. 3, sir. 4, sir. 5, sir. 6, sir. 7, sir. 8, sir. 9, sir. 10, sir. 11, sir. 12, sir. 13, sir. 14, sir. 15, sir. 16, sir. 17, sir. 18, sir. 19, sir. 20, sir.
All right, come back up. A seated angle, legs wide apart. Lift yourself up and turn to your right.
Yes, sir.
Then put one leg forward, one leg back, and one hand on each side. Good. Hey, Jack, go over to the star right here, so there's space. Toes up. That's good. Yes. Lift yourself up, Jack. Straighten back. Straighten. There you go. Turn and shift to the other side.
Yes, sir.
Okay, the other leg is forward, the toes pointed up. And back to center, or seated ankle, legs wide apart, palms up, back straight.
Yes, sir.
Only your palm up, back straight. We're trying to counteract, watching TV, watching iPad. Chin down, back straight. 1, sir.
2, sir. 3, sir. 4, sir. 5, sir. 6, sir. 7, sir. 8, sir. 9, sir. 10, sir. 11, sir. 12, sir. 13, sir. 14, sir. 15, sir. 16, sir. 17, sir. 18, sir. 19, sir. 20, sir.
Reach to one side.
Yes, sir.
When you reach to one foot, you reach to one foot with both of your hands. Reach to one foot with both of your hands, like Max is doing, like Rory's doing. Reach to the other side.
Yes,
Yes,
sir.
sir.
Oh, wow. Can you put both of your hands on that one foot? Put both hands on one foot? On one foot. Both hands on one foot. There you go. Nice. Can you kiss your knee? Oh, very good. Pretty flexible. Reach to both sides. Touch your head to the floor or as far as you can go.
Yes, sir.
1, sir. 2, sir. 3, sir. 4, sir. 5, sir. 6, sir. 7, sir. 8, sir. 9, sir. 10, sir. 11, sir. 12, sir. 13, sir. 14, sir. 15, sir. 16, sir. 17, sir. 18, sir. 19, sir. 20, sir. Last stretch. Feet straight out in front. You're going to bend one leg back out next to you and lean back.
Yes, sir.
And switch.
Yes, sir.
And stand up.
Yes, sir.
Sit down, do additional stretches. Now, today is the first day of a brand new unit. That means that we had a graduation last week on Friday. So today, the new unit is, we just finished our tiger stances and our tiger basics. We're now learning crane basics. Does that make sense?
Yes, sir.
Okay, in Kung Fu in this school, craning, or when we imitate animals, that's what we're doing. We're simulating animal moves. Does that make sense?
Yes, sir.
Can humans fly without a plane? No, or some contraption? No, because we don't have wings, but we can jump really high and imitate flight by tucking the knees up to our chest. Does that make sense?
Yes, sir.
Right. So we're going to learn how to jump off of one leg, learn how to jump off of both legs, and tuck the knees up. Let's take a stance.
Yes, sir.
Stand tall.
Yes, sir.
Very good. Very good, very good, very good. Everybody's done. So the first thing that we're going to do is to learn to jump off of one leg and switch. And using our other leg to assist. So I want you to lift your left knee. Okay, now I want you to reach back with the left leg. And I want you to throw the left leg up and then switch the feet. So I want you to throw it up, switch the feet. Now the right knee's up. Right knee's up, right knee's up. So you're going to take that right leg, reach back, and throw it up, switch the feet. And then lift that left knee, lift that left knee. The higher you lift your knee, the more balance you will be. So bend the knee, and lift the knee up in front. Yes, that's good. That's good. The second trick is to find a spot in the room that isn't moving and to stare at it. There you go. Good. Now the left knee's up, reach back, and switch. Very good. Again, other side, reach back, swing and switch. One more, lift the left knee, reach back, swing forward and switch. Now set both feet down, feet here. Take a stance.
Yes, sir.
Stand tall.
Yes, sir.
Now the first three stances, we're gonna do that jump and add the momentum of our swinging leg. Lift the left knee, reach back, swing forward, switch the feet. High crane.
High crane.
When we make crane beats, we bring all of our fingers together, thumb in the middle, and press down. When we press down, we're engaging the forearm muscles. Does that make sense?
Yes, sir.
Press down, hold there. Very you go. Very good, very good. Now take the right leg, lift the right knee, reach back, and switch. Middle crane.
Middle crane.
Good. Now reach back, left foot, and switch. Low crane.
Low crane.
Feet together.
Yes,
Yes,
sir.
sir.
Now, in between the jumping, we're standing in what's called a cat stance. Say cat stance.
Cat stance.
Cat stance means there's no weight or hardly any weight in the front leg. It's all on the standing leg. Okay, so I want you to lift your right knee just a little bit, like we did when we did the crane. Now I want you to bend your left knee as much as you can. Bend your left knee, but don't touch the ground yet. Now only touch the ground with the toes like a feather on the front leg. Just the toes. Just a little bit. Huh? Good. Now switch. Lift the left knee, reach forward, and touch with the toes of the left foot. Just the toes a little bit. Feet together.
Yes, sir.
So just that little bit of bending the knee is kind of similar to doing a one-leg squat. So it really strengthens the leg, put all your weight in one. Okay, stand.
Yes, sir.
Stand tall.
Yes, sir.
Now let's learn to jump off of both feet for a block called double high. Okay, now I want you to bend your knees. And what you're going to do is push past your thighs. And we're going to jump. When we jump, we're going to bring our knees up to our chest
Yes.
and land as quietly as possible. Knees to the chest. So we'll lean forward a little bit, so feet up. I want you to bend. And I want you to jump as high as you can. Lift the knees up. Jump. And land quietly. That's the harder part. Let's see. 1. Good, that's close. 2. Oh, that's pretty quiet. That's pretty quiet. 3. 4. And 5. Feet together. Say tuck.
Good.
I want everybody to turn your toes forward. Separate your feet about shoulder width. And I want you to squat down with your knees on your chest. Yes? Yes? Okay, come back up.
Yes, sir.
Now bring your feet closer together. Not all the way, just a little closer. And now when you bend the knees, I want you to make sure, I want you to hug your knees.
Yes, sir.
Okay, go ahead, go right now, hug the knees.
Oh, it's hard now.
All right, lean forward, but don't fall. Keep the feet flat. Here we go, it's close. Bring your feet close together.
Question.
Yes, sir.
Is more important the lowness or keeping the feet flat? So I can go up a little bit, my feet are flat. If I go down, right?
More the lowness, that part is more important.
Okay.
Okay. Okay, come back up.
Yes, sir.
So that all up is the position that we are in when we're in the air. Who thinks they can make that happen in the air? Watch. Watch, look. Who thinks they can? Yeah,
I can do that.
Who thinks they can hug their knees in the air? Get close.
Like a cannonball.
1.
Ow.
Close. That was pretty close. 2. 3. Ah, good tuck, good tuck, good tuck. Now do the same thing without touching your knees. Try without touching your knees. 4. Good, 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 good. Keep trying it. 5. Good job. Feet together.
Yes, sir.
That will get extremely easy over the next 2 classes. Let's take the stance.
Yes,
Yes,
sir.
sir.
Stand tall.
Yes, sir.
Reach out. Bend forward, touch the toes with the legs straight.
Yes, sir.
The best time to stretch, to get more flexible and to maintain flexibility is when you are
Warm.
warm. So after you've done a little bit of activity. Reach for your toes. Legs straight, legs straight, legs straight, legs straight. Try to relax, let gravity pull you down to the ground. Inhale and exhale and relax. Inhale, exhale, relax. Jack, you gotta stretch, man. There you go, Jack. And come back up.
Yes, sir.
I said to stand.
Yes, sir.
Stand tall.
Yes, sir.
Now, next thing we're gonna work on is a little bit of coordination. A technique that requires a little bit of coordination. Say tay.
Tay.
By pivoting the toes out. Say tie. By pivoting your heels out. And bend the knees. Keep the toes turned in toward each other. Bend the knees. Chamber really tight. Stay there. Be a statue. Now, so this one's called high and low. So we're going to make a crane peak at the top. I'm going to take our other hand and make a palm at the bottom. Like that. Palm down, like you're high five on the floor. And crane peak pointed up. When I say one, we're going to switch the hands like this. The top hand comes down to the bottom. Bottom comes up to the top. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, switch fast, 8, 9, 10, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Feet go. Say fine.
Fine.
Say motor.
Motor.
Say skills.
Skills.
So to switch the hands and to make one hand do something and make the other do something different helps your coordination. Does that make sense?
Yes,
Yes,
sir.
sir.
So there's an old way that we used to do this when we were kids. What's one? Who's ever done this before? Easily, right? Who has a hard time doing it? Give it a try.
I don't. I like it here. I can't do it the other one.
Okay? Now, can you do both hands at the same time?
Yes.
The hard part is not to do both, right?
I think it's that.
Okay.
I got
So,
this for you.
well, hold on. So if we wanted to get better at our coordination, I think most of us don't drive in here. Right? Y'all ride most of the time, right? So you have time to do this because you're riding, right? You're not doing anything else. So give it a try. So the first thing you're gonna do is rub your belly, just the belly, in a circle. Do it slow, take your time. And now we're just gonna add one tap. Keep rubbing, keep rubbing, keep rubbing, keep rubbing. In a circle, in a circle. Slowly, slowly, tap once. Keep going, keep rubbing the whole time. A little faster, just a little faster on the rub. A little faster circle. Tap. Tap. 3 tap. 1, 2, 3. Keep rubbing, keep rubbing. 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. Go all the way 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Does that make sense?
Yes, sir.
So when you take one hand and you continuously move, and then you build by adding the other hand, doing something different. Does that make sense?
Yes, sir.
Yes,
That
sir.
will help you be able to do the high and low easier next time you come to class. I'll take stance.
Yes, sir.
Stand tall.
Yes, sir.
The last thing we're going to go over today is the horse stance. Say tay.
Tay.
The toes are turned out. Say tie.
Tie.
2 more times. Say tay.
Tay.
Tie.
Tie.
On the last tie, you don't turn the toes out more, you turn them forward as much as you can. And now we're going to bend our knees. Doing tay tie twice spreads our legs to a proportional amount, right? Proportional to our leg, right, to our height, and, all that good stuff. Bend the knees, bend the knees, bend the knease. Horse stance in.
Horse stance.
Feet together.
Yes, sir.
So now next time when you come to class, we're gonna do a block called the crane front block, and it will be practiced in a horse stance. After that, we will continue doing our double high block, which is the one we just did with the double jump. Feet together.
Yes, sir.
The best one, that's right. Keep the feet all the way together. Make a fist and cover with the other hand. We
Follow the 5 parts: faith, respect, perseverance, patience, and humility.
Bow to senior head instructor.
bow to advanced, intermediate, and beginner level students. Basic training system. Access training, grab a drink, and come back out.
Yes, sir.
Access training, grab a drink.
Somebody else have that cup because we have water. Does somebody else have this cup? No, we have water.
Right?
Yeah, serious.
I was about to do it. I was doing a cat scan.
No, I just think we water leave. I said, because I said, drink, but we water do what? No, I didn't say snap training. I said, grab a drink, go water, and come back out.
What's number 5?
Well, I'm getting drugs. Wait.
Jake, here.
I'm drinking water.
Oh, Lord.
All right.
I can pull your cap. No, I can do it. Please, can we reach your head? I can do it myself. I know. I can do it myself.
Tigers. A bunch of the crane kicks. They just haven't done a lot recently.
Fence.
Yes, sir. Come on, let's go.
Now,
I had water.
so last class, last unit, last class training, we did staff. Right, so we got to run through all of our staff sets. Master's path, we did southern legs. Who remembers those? Right, it was just last week that we did them. Okay, so now this unit, we're going to switch gears a little bit, and we're going to do a few other things. In the master's path, we're going to do a few advanced.
I don't know which training
Okay. We're going to do a. You see how distracting that is?
Yes, sir.
All right, so we're going to do poison hands today. Attention stance.
Yes, sir.
Stand tall.
Yes, sir.
Take high.
Take that.
Suppress the tiger. Hide the
Dragon.
Beating loops in the
Mirror.
crosswind bends the
Willow.
push the flower of the
Sleep.
One finger divides.
China.
Press.
10,000 pounds.
Dragon leaps from.
Sea.
Dragon plays in the
Water.
4 fingers face the
Sky.
Dragon serves the
Pearl.
Dragon spits the
Pearl.
other hand. Suppress the tiger. Hide the
Dragon.
beauty looks in the
Mirror.
crosswind bends the
Willow.
push the flower of the
Sleep.
One finger divides.
China. Press. 10,000 pounds.
Dragon leaps from.
Sea.
Dragon plays in the
Water.
4 fingers face the
Sky.
Dragon serves the
Pearl.
wind punching method.
Wind
punching method.
Dragon spits the
Pearl.
feet together. We'll do that already. Okay, so the first 5 are the ones that are most important. Suppress the tiger, hide the dragon. Beauty looks in the mirror. Crossman bends the willow and push the flower up the sleeve. Lastly, one finger divides China. Does that make sense?
Yes,
Yes, sir.
So just those 5 on each side create a sequence that Mr. Hogan and Ace are gonna show us now. So y'all do that with each other and show the class. Bow to each other, all the good stuff. Okay, tie. Go. One of you throws 5 punches. Go. 1. Go, 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 go.
Oh,
And then it's Ace's turn to throw his 5. Go. Good. Now it's best you throw to your partner's chest every time so that they have something to block. Does that make sense?
yes.
All right. If you are above a loose ash, come stand here and face the back.
Yes, sir.
And go stand in front of one of these people. What will be Ace's partner? Jake. Stand and be Crystal's partner. Aileen, be Miss Hale's partner. Be Miss Hale's partner right here. Bow to your partner. And begin.
The even.
If your partner's never done it, have them do it.
So now, let me show you. So let me show you. So I punch, and you're gonna open your hand like this, okay? You're gonna push down, alright? Now I'm gonna punch again, and you're going to do, there you go. And now I'm gonna punch again. You're gonna do crosswind and low, and it's gonna come down here. And it's gonna do, so from here, you're gonna do crosswind and willow. Like
Give punches.
this.
Give your partner something to move, something to block.
Again. So from the first one down to the roll, you're gonna push the ball with the sleeve like this. Boom. And then I'm gonna punch one more time, and then one finger runs China. You're gonna do this. Yeah. You make a claw with your hand. Like claw. Like this. Do this. And then there you go. And then you just
Okay, let me see. I'll do 5.
one punch down, right?
Yes, there you go.
Oh,
There's 5 punches. Count to 5 when you punch. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Good job.
so now my turn.
Yes.
Down.
Roll. Then you throw punches, and then after that you switch here.
So now you're gonna lock it. You're gonna carry you and you're gonna lock it, and then bring it, and then put your hand down there, and then push the ball with the sleeve like that. You're gonna, all you gotta do is push this. You don't have to put your eye on it. All you have to do is push like that,
Yes, sir.
and then one finger
Move her.
flies
No, no, no.
past
Aileen, you gotta
the
move her hand.
There you go, and then make a tiger. There you go.
Yeah,
And
move
then,
it off the line. Yep.
and then you want to try again?
Switch after you.
Oh, I fell. And make a little black sash and like a black sash. And then take your hand down to your
T. Bow to your partner. Rotate. Gohring, rotate. Come on down. Bow to your partner.
I'm still learning it,
Right? So it eventually becomes muscle memory. So
That's why they're pretty.
actually won't, oh wait, from, push the far, so you go push the far sleeve and then, okay, I would do it like three. So from there, push the far sleeve.
Okay.
Yep, push the far sleeve, and then over here, that's it. And then, yeah, there you go. Oh, okay, no, you go first, okay.
Yep, that's the first one. Let's just focus on our part.
Yep,
Push back.
so now,
Push down. Yep, that's the first one.
yeah, there it is.
Right.
Yep,
Try to,
push the far sleeve, and then,
and then when you do it,
Do what you did.
fingers, because the fingers are pretty weak. So if I was super strong, it's like,
yeah, it's like a half.
then I press down.
Yep, you can play it.
Kind of like that, get away from you. Good, try it again, let's do it fast. And push down real hard. There you go. Now don't lean on me though, but use your muscle. Good, and then
Yeah.
straight down.
Because the grip is simple. Then go into
Yeah, so pull up like
Does
this.
take some practice,
Good, and then
but
straight down.
then after that,
Oh, good, then keep the body straight. Body straight like this.
I mean, don't get me wrong.
So go back to your press.
Yeah, I like to rotate a little bit, right, sometimes.
So now when you go,
Instead of having,
when I punch again, I'm gonna go beauty like this. And you pretend you have a mirror in your hand, look at your hand. Mirror in, like that.
There we go. And then you,
Okay, so as you look down,
you look at it, like you're actually looking
look
at
at your
it.
hand.
So,
Look at your hand.
yeah.
So because it's for self-defense, you don't actually have to go further than this. Because if you go right here, I still miss. If you go right here, then now your hand's further away from your face.
you see how to do that when your feet go out, then you do that.
Right, so.
See, this,
Exactly.
that makes the frame straight.
Come across and then.
So,
Yeah,
when I
but
push like that now, it doesn't take you. But if you lose your feet go like this and do that, it takes you.
Oh, now try it. Do both of them.
Takes you, push it. See what I mean?
Good job.
And then holds out.
That's the motion.
Yeah, but.
Hey, bounce to your partner.
Jump.
Come on up.
Yes, sir.
Anybody have any questions over poison hand?
So while we do our all the moves, we make sure our palm is like this, and then we let it out, and then
Aileen was saying when you do your blocks, make sure your palm is to the side of your palm and not over your palm, right? Because it's really hard to do suppressed tiger hard dragon with the palm over the, with the thumb over the palm. So you want to keep it out. So you want to keep it out to the side.
Break your thumb. If you were dead.
Yes, sir.
What was the hand exercise that I heard you used to do? It was before I started class, or walking class. And you said there's some kind of thumb exercise you gotta start practicing getting your thumb somewhere.
Oh, that was it. So instead of folding across, to make sure that like put it next to it and then bend it, but keep it next to it. Yeah, like that.
Okay.
And then the more you can get that off of your, the more you can make it as flat as possible, so it looks sideways. So after you do it, you'll also
So you
want
want to get the knuckle up here.
yeah,
Got it.
yeah. Any other questions? Those are good, quick questions. All right. The path of self-mastery requires persistent action. Persistent action. Specific. Achieves a goal without quitting. The path of self-mastery requires persistent action. Persistent action. Specific. Achieves a goal without quitting. The path of self-mastery requires persistent action. Persistent action. Achieves a goal without quitting.
Not a senior head instructor.
Vow to advance, intervene
just using different cups. This is your cup from earlier. Leave all these cups. You use the same cup, okay? Master Gohring is not buying a bunch of cups for you to use 100 cups in one class. You take your cup and you put it aside and you use it the whole class. No, just use it. It's fine. Thank you, ma'am.
Master's Pad, we are going to work, today we're going to go over some advanced crane basics,
Yes, sir.
right? And a few of them are similar to some things you've already done, right? Because when you're Master's Pad, you get kind of inch forward. So these on a list, the curriculum list I call advanced crane basics.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
All right, so everybody is going to have to, let's scoot this way, and then face the mirror.
Yes, sir.
You should have your own space, sort of space out. Right there, Jake. All right, so the first thing is called flying crane. Flying crane. So what we're doing is we're simulating flying and you're simulating landing as a crane. So there's a specific way that you're going to flap and all this stuff like that. So I want you to copy as best you can.
Yes, sir.
Step forward with your right foot. And you're going to pulse and I guess just pulse in. 1, pull back. 2, pull back. And 3, you're going to go from here and you're going to go forward. That means on the up, down. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. Now the other foot forward. You're going to go back the other direction. And we're going to stagger a little bit. So if you're shorter, come to the front, scoot up a little bit. Stay there, Jilly. Stay there, Jilly. Scoot up. Scoot over. Okay, we got space. Okay. Go. Now let's give y'all more space. Now that you've seen it, I want y'all to all go line up that way.
Sir.
Brown sashes in the front, please.
Sir.
Brown black sashes in the front. All the way up to the front. Scoop, 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 scoop. Very good. Now the second row. Space out a little bit more. Scoot up more. Stagger from each other.
Yes, sir.
Here we go. Perfect. Right. So y'all see how I had y'all do that?
Sir.
I want y'all to be able to do that on your own. Work with each other and just go put yourself in place. All right, go. Go. 1, 2, don't rush it. 3, slow. 1, slow. 2, 3, go. 1, 2, 3, go. 1, 2, and 3, go. Okay, now, stay where you are, and watch from the side profile. When you do it, it's just like a double front jump kick. Who's done a double front jump kick? Like in Saber. It's the same thing. So the knee doesn't have to stay behind the front leg. So it doesn't have, it's not like a gallop. It's not like you go all the way up.
Yes, sir.
For the knees, right? Because if I was going to do the double front, all I have to do is go 1 and add on these things.
Yes, sir.
So essentially, it's a double front without the kick.
Yes.
All right? All right, go ahead, bring it back. One, 2, up, and go together. 1, 2, 3. Pause. Now, one thing that I always tell you is eye spirit. If you look at the ground, what you got? You're not jumping into the floor. Can you look up? The goal of this one is to jump as high up as you can, not as far forward. Does that make sense?
Yes, sir.
So when you do it, it's not about going forward. If I start from here and I go 1, 2, 3, I can go all the way right And it's like, whoa! You do 3 and then that's it. You have to turn around going back and forth. So this one, you want to go as high up as you can, and that is what kind of what we practice when we do like jumping off of one leg. Does that make sense?
Yes,
Yes,
sir.
sir.
So try to go up. Really try to go up.
Yes,
Go ahead. Look up. Don't look down. Look up. 2, 3. Go. Shot. With the correct form. 1, 2, 3. So don't let your land be the first of the next. Does that make sense?
Yes, sir.
So when I go 1, 2, 3, this isn't 1,
Oh,
Yes, sir.
yes.
right? Go ahead, land, and then 1, start with the
We're counting 1, 2, 3, or right before we jump, are our hands down like this?
Yes, because when we jump, we want to
Explode up, got it.
right, so up. And then you also want to, just like the way they use their wings to catch air and slow them down, that's what we're doing on the dam. You're simulating on the dam. All right, you set?
Yes, sir.
Try it again. Wait, pause. Stagger. Wait, step up. Mr. Gentry, step up. Mr. Hogan, step up. Step. Come on. Okay, now go. Y'all about to smack each other in the face.
Are we left foot or right?
Left foot. Look up. Yeah. One, 2, and 3, go. 1. Yes. Is that easy enough? How do you understand?
Yes, sir.
Anybody have any questions? No? Okay, so the very next one, similar motion, same motion, just we're gonna switch up the knee. Does that make sense?
Yes,
So
sir.
what's called flying knee. That means we're going to strike with the same foot that we have forward. Right, so just like, literally, just like the double front jump. Except the knee is gonna be the accentuation part, not the kick. Okay? Right foot forward, make sure you're staggered. 1, we're hitting the right leg, not the left. 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. Go. 1, 2, 3. And you want to hit the knee on the up. Yeah. 1, 2, 3. Last one. 1, 2, 3. Yes. 1, 2, 3. Good reset. Left foot forward. This part of the test I was so excited for. It was like, get a breeze and a little break.
How many points is this from?
Don't pass that in class. That's a Saturday question. Thank you. Don't worry about that. Do it well. Okay. 1, 2, 3. Both the knees have to go. You gotta hit your front knee. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. Good. Keep going. 1, 3. Look out in front. Much better. All right, now. The very last crane kick, you can come back and line up. Because we're about to have to bow out anyway. And I'm just gonna preview this one. Turn toward the mirror. When we do this one, it starts with flying crane. So the first technique, the first one, just be still. The first one is, I moved you from there for a reason. Move. Go. Very good. All right, so we got the right foot forward. No, don't do it. I'm just showing you.
Yes, sir.
1, 2, 3. It starts with flying crane. Boom. After the first one, they're going to step off to the side. I'm going to kick you.
Jacob.
Stand still. Let me do it. He'll get it. Right. I got 1, 2, and then it's a crescent like our southern legs. There you go again. 1, 2, 3. Tap. 1, 2, and it repeats. Right back and forth. So you would have learned that before you learned southern legs, but y'all are not fast. So I guess you learned that order. You more advanced up soon. Does that make sense?
Yes,
Okay,
sir.
line up.
Yes, sir. How to senior head instructor?
Bow to advanced, intermediate, and beginner level students. Very good job. I gotta print it. You gotta wait. You gotta
Jay, I don't have headphones. They're in your backpack. You're gonna have to watch the film with no sound. Can you do that? Can you play a game with no sound? Can you do that? Oh, wait, well, you have no phone. I have a phone with no sound. But I don't have headphones. You can't have sound. I did pretty good. They're in your backpack. You got one. Not. Remember?
I love red hair. Stretch today.
Found an old file, list of young 108 applications. If anyone would like a list, you probably should already have this if you're practicing them, but it's a nice handy list. It's a list of 21 applications for the test.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, I'll have that in my arm. What do you got there?
Oh, just it's an old version of the list of 21 applications. One thing I've noticed on it is the yes.
Oh, that's a good idea.
Yeah. Snake Creek's Down is out of order for some reason. It's in the order of the last one, even though it's the first one, but that doesn't matter.
But
It's in the form.
weird.
Oh, I don't know about that.
Sweet. Old school list.
So, do you see what I'm saying about that? The repulse monkeys, Snake Creek's Down in there?
It's not in the correct order.
What's that?
Not in the correct order.
I'll accept that one, yeah.
Yeah.
All right. So, okay, so before we begin, let's take a quick poll. This is to test your memory and to and to solve a problem. So before the Saber, what section of the form do you remember covering last?
Oh, section 2?
Section 2?
Yes, sir, yes.
That's what I thought. Okay, I just wanted everyone to confirm it so I knew I wasn't crazy. So thank you. So it's not 100%, but I think in that case we'll probably be doing section 3 starting today.
Thank you.
Oh yeah. Yeah. So and then I'll just go and tell you. I'll put it up soon. But Master's Path is going to be a combination of 8 energies, push hands for the test, and also applications that are needed for the test. So it's going to be a combination. We may do both throughout the unit. Beginner, I think we're going to do NACOG, we're going to move Fluke to Black Size training, which is where it ended up being anyway. And then in Master's Path, I think we'll be doing the 10 important points with continuous form. So I think that's what we're doing, just to throw it out there. But normally I'm not like clearing the what we're going to do with everyone, but if you have thoughts, I'd make an exception. I thought this time. I mean, your thoughts are always welcome, but I wanted to say it now.
So, day, Sasha will be doing Fluke too?
Possibly. We can go either way there, because what we had been doing was for intermediate advanced, doing your entire Black Size training session for Saber, right? So that ended up being 45 minutes, and that would be, there's a couple ways we can do it.
Okay.
How do you feel about Fluke?
I need practice, and I have a hard time coming on the beginner night classes.
Understood. Okay, cool. All right. Did we do this? I don't think we did. Nope. No, sir. Let's see your instructor. Now to advanced and intermediate students. Welcome, everybody. All right. Give us a deep breath and relaxation. Lips slightly sealed, keep gently pushed together. Breathe in through the nose. Breathe out through the nose.
Feel free to discipline yourself.
Relax, face. Feel the neck relax. Let the upper back just relax. Relax the shoulders, the arms, and the hands. Feel the lower back and the stomach relax. Relax the waist and the hips. Relax thighs, backs of the legs. Soften the knees. Relax the calves. Relax the shins, the ankles, and the feet. As you relax each part, think of it as removing an obstruction for your breath. Or an obstruction to your breath. Feel one chi or one breath experienced with the whole body. your next exhale, release by lowering the hands and opening the eyes. And let's begin our embracing course. Go a good 5 minutes. Then you haven't made your embracing course a little lower lately, try to make it a little lower than you're used to. Not to strain, but just to gently push the limits, boundaries of your experience. straighten the legs, lower the arms. Circle the arms up, breathe in. Push palms down, breathe out. Just because you might not be used to doing that long with one lately, let's do free ride the wild horse to kind of stretch through as well. Again, focus on gentle extension through the fingertips, really through all parts of the body without straining any one part. Keep that feeling as you fold and lower. And as you push through your feet, feel the extension continue through your body. Relaxed extension. Two more. One more. Okay. Cool. So, we're going to start the third section. We'll start the beginning of the third section, right? So, let's do it. Probably no one's first time to learn this move.
First time to do it for us.
First time through this section, but not your first time to learn this move.
Oh, okay.
Yes, sir. Yeah, you don't know what move I'm talking about yet. So.
Well, it's not amplifying well.
No, that's good. That's good to know though, because I had a bad assumption there, so that's good to know. Cool. Yeah, good. That's good news. Okay, good. So let's go from the top then. So, at the end of the second section, you remember we have another cross hands, just like at the end of the first section, right? Same thing. So we're going to go from cross hands of the end of the second section into the next one. And it happens to be embrace tiger, return to mountain. But let's review it as if we haven't learned it, just to try to take that fresh take on it. So first, shift to your left, lower the hands and turn the right palm down. Open the arms. With the left hand, kind of like you're ringing a bell, like up by your temple maybe, the right one coming back behind you. Release the right foot, step in, step back to heel, turn the right toes out. Shift to the right, turn to the right, turn the left toes in. And you'll be in your diagonal double dragons. At the end, your left hand will be like a brushing push. And the right palm will be Let's do that a couple more times. To the left, lower the hands, turn the right palm down. Open the arms, release the right heel, have the left hand like you're ringing the bell, the right low. Step in, step back with the heel, turn the toes out. Shift to the right, turn to the right, turn the left toes out. And one more time. Shift to the left, lower the hands, turn the right palm down. Open the arms, release the right heel. Feel balance, step in, step back, touch the heel, turn the toes. Shift to the right, turn to the right, and left toes. Okay, cool. Release. Try it one time, just see how it goes. Let me just see what happens. Even if nothing happens, it's all right. Just be good. Okay, come watch it from, I would normally say the front, but at this point, and with the move turning, I'll let you decide what you can't see while we do it. Number one thing people forget, the first part. Shift and lower them. That gets them in the right place to open from. Common mistake is to just come out with the hands and then they're in the wrong place. So shift and lower. Open. When you open, if you feel this is the start of a turn, that's okay. Did you have a question or were you trying out a hand?
I was trying out.
Oh, you do have a question, yes.
Is there any particular way, that I always, as I've been practicing, it seems to be difficult on this move especially to keep my balance as I'm turning?
It depends on a few things. Common, there's like certain things that once the move is learned, errors start to happen. One error I see on this move often is turning before the move says to, and that will make you feel out of balance. But if that's not what you're talking about, then this will be a step back with the heel, not back on the line, but back from the hips. And there's a balance challenge there for sure. While you're doing it, this is a counterbalance to help you with it. So if you can feel the weight of that up here while you step. So two ideas there. Does either of those make sense?
Yeah, thank you. It's been difficult getting the distance back.
Yeah. So to get double arm or something?
Sounds not good.
Double arm or the air conditioning.
No, it's a long.
Or a big cricket.
Yep.
Frequency up here.
I wonder if there's no motion sensor in here. Stop there. Let's assume everything's okay. What's that? Is it the fan? Is that what you're saying? Oh, sorry.
Video game?
No, I think it's the fan. Apparently. Anyway. Okay, any other questions? Yes, I
Would you start showing the left arm when you come around? I keep feeling like I'm having to turn it. I don't think I really see you turning.
That's because the left hand is tricky on this one. I'm with you on that. So I remember being like, what's up with the left hand on this one? So, it's one of those things where it just does so little. It seems like it does more. It's relaxed and it's up here while I'm stepping. As I'm sinking and turning, it kind of relaxes down and it's kind of on my shoulder. And then when I finish turning, it pushes out like a fresh knee push. So, you know, where it can go wrong is that it's doing this.
Right.
Right. You feel like it, I think you have a sense that it should sort of go in a line from back here to over here. But it's like, how do you do that? Yeah. So it's up here, part of your counterbalance while you step, while you turn the toes, while you sink, it should just feel like it's kind of there. So that's all, that's a little artificial, but just maybe that'll give you a little guide of where to go.
Thank you.
Does everyone get that? Makes sense? Yeah.
Is there an application on this one?
Oh, yes, one of your 21. Yeah, it's that kick one.
It's kind of, that one is pushing the hip.
Grab leg, grab the leg.
We're not doing it at this moment, but if you want to see me do it real quick, it might make the move make more sense. You want to see that real quick? Yeah. Who wants to kick me? All right, so who wants to kick me? We'll do it oriented like before, so you'll come from the angle back here. So that's going to be a right kick. It is.
I'll have to get it back.
But yeah, it's like a push up. There you go. Yeah. Sorry. I thought it was going in fast.
Yeah, I was thinking.
What was that? Yeah. Didn't look like it. Does that make sense? Yes. So, and when we do it, you notice that the first part of the application, let's do it one more time, is to make them this. And what was that first thing everyone forgets? Shift. Shift. Shift and lower down. So, yeah, you want to practice a little bit? Without anyone kicking your hips? Okay, so go ahead and get into a good cross hand starting position. First one, section 3.
Or section
Get into a good cross hand starting position. Sink a little bit, round through the body. Feel that pong energy in the arms even before you start twisting and turning them, right? Good. Let's step through it a little bit together still. Shift to the left. Lower the arms, turn the right palm down. Open the arms, release the right heel. Step in, feel your weight connect to that left wrist. Step back with the heel. Turn the right toes. Shift to the right. Turn to the right, turn the left toes. Good. Let's do it again. Let's do it again with some step-by-step corrections if you'd like. So we're going to do each little part. So first, shift to the left, lower the arms, turn the right palm down, don't separate again. So just connect. There you go. Good. So then they're here, when they come down to your left, your right. There you go. And they'll still be connected. That's okay. So you start with the right foot up, you can just shift them over. There. Now feel a gentle opening of the body where the left wrist comes up and the right comes back and the right heel releases. You feel like this delicately balanced statue where your right heel's up, feel the balance between your left wrist and your right and your hips. That's good. Keep that feeling of that balanced statue. Release the right foot in. Let it step straight back to the heel. Aim with the heel, even if the toes touch first. Don't put too much weight on it. Feel like you just touched that heel. And now keep your weight mostly on the left and turn the right toes. And when you do, you can go ahead and shift. But then once you shift, and turn the toes in. Good. Yeah, good. Hold there. Ready to stop you guys. So much stuff going through. That's all right. Yeah. Yeah, there you go. Push it forward. Yes, sir. If you're holding it, just kind of let that be a form of memorization and of work, because you should feel like you're doing a little front leg stance work. You're done memorizing, release. Check it out. Any questions while we give your legs a chance? Yes, sir.
The step back,
Yes.
is it straight back or is it to the side or?
So it's what I call straight back from the hips. So if someone were to very precisely say straight back from their foot, then they'd be what I feel is like crossing the hips, right? So straight back from the hips means that my foot is under my hip, it's gonna go straight back from there. And it's a sort of, yeah, there it is. Yeah, yeah, okay. Yeah. Yeah. Right.
But your toe touches down first.
It depends on your body and your foot flexibility. Aim with the heel is what I say. If your toe taps, that's okay. Just don't aim with the ball of the foot. See, the reason I say aim with the heel, Dr. Gohring, is that if I aim with the ball of my foot, I can reach farther, and then my stance is too big. Does that make sense? Yeah. So if I just aim with the heel and sink, my foot will go to the right distance for me by definition, because I sunk down that much. Yeah, there you go.
So are your hips facing the wall, facing the whole time? Like, couldn't really on this side.
Yes.
I have a tendency to turn,
Turn,
but
yeah.
keep my.
That's
When I
correct.
step back, keep it straight.
That's correct, yeah. And that is the main trick to getting the real connection from how people first learn it. I see this happen, like you just said, all the time, is I know I'm gonna turn, so I start turning while I step, and then it's not connected, and it's bad on thinking about stuff. Cool. Any other questions? Yes, sir.
Not a question, but that, the step back seems to really help with balance.
Oh, good, yes. Yeah, it's a good, it's a balance exercise on its own. So let's practice a little bit. Let's work some of that, stepping back and balance. I'll do a couple more with you, and then I'll let you practice on your own, or with a partner if you like. So remember, whatever structure you felt in your embracing horse when, I almost said this morning, in your embracing horse when we began, feel that in your legs before we begin again. And embrace tiger, return to mountain, begin. Get your first step. Yeah, everyone's step got better. If it wasn't already there, yeah, great. Two more times, or one more time.
Just not turning that one little bit.
That little turn, just a little bit makes a difference, yes ma'am. Yeah, and begin. Yeah, everyone's running it pretty well. Okay, good. So, you want to spread out a little bit and practice on your own, or grab a partner, whatever your style is, that's fine. Let's do this for about 2.5 minutes. I'll be back in a second. Okay. slightly different. So what was the difference? Is it just relaxed down?
I'm not
Sink
sure.
elbow?
I think my brain's trying to, I was focusing on my legs.
Yes, sir.
Can you step too far back?
Yeah. Yours might have been on the board, on the verge. Didn't feel too big.
Oh, maybe.
Yeah, it was close.
Step back.
Good balance, Dr. Gohring, yes.
Down.
What's that?
Step back. Waiting on your heel to pivot.
Touch with the heel, yeah. But the thing is, even if I feel the ball of the shoe touch, I touch with my heel. And then I turn. Does that make sense?
Okay.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, I touch with my heel and turn. But when you're touching with that heel, still feel your weight on the other leg. So, yeah, so when you're reaching with that heel, you're doing an exercise on the left thigh. Even to the point where you touch it down, you're still doing an exercise on the left thigh, but you have to turn it to us. Yeah. Does that make sense?
Yes.
Okay, 30 seconds. Time to do it once or twice more. That'll be a really slow one time, so it's time to do it twice more. Some did in the right leg, they didn't like the other foot. I wasn't thinking about it. Does that make sense? Yeah.
Oh, spray.
Yeah. I like that. I like this. I like the Tai Chi correction where it's like, oh, that's easier. Yes. Probably means it's right. Better, yes, yes. All right, cool, okay. It kind of ties into like windshield wiper feet a little bit, right? So you always got that. A lot of people, you know, this is such an awkward place to be that people will want to turn the other toe first, right? That's the normal challenge I experience with windshield wiper feet is people want to go, but that skips this awkward step, right? So that awkward step is part of it, but you don't hang out there, and eventually it's minimal. Watch one more time. So this is sort of more geared towards brown black sash level, but it's a caution against getting caught up in the steps. Good job on working your steps and getting more precise. That is absolutely the right thing to be doing. But here, watch a little more smoothly, a little less learning. It might have seemed like I just violated something I told you not to do, but what was that?
Turn before you step.
Turn before I step, yeah. So in that case, you'll notice though that I you did want to come in here, right? You just make me come in
I
that
was
way.
gonna go, but it's closed.
It's close, yes. Yeah, come on in and make yourself comfortable. Yeah. So when I did that, right, I'm not changing this route, which is what happens. Like if I try to turn early, then that knee will go off. So it's about establishing your balance, establishing your footing, being rooted on your new foot before you turn your old one. So if you're just learning it and that's confusing to you, just like forget I said it.
Oh, there we go. Now, okay.
Yeah.
I was trying to do all this, pull my leg in, and go back.
Yeah, so what you want to still have the balance of doing all that stuff,
Right.
but then also have the idea of like, oh God, there's someone coming to kick me.
I was trying to figure out what was different, and that's what it was. I was trying to concentrate on all this action.
Yeah.
And that's not what I was doing before.
Yeah, yeah.
Got it.
So that's all in there, but just, remember your final version. Any questions on that?
You just do that again.
You want to see it more smoothly again? Or just the learning more smoothly? All right, I'm gonna go into my mode of like, I'm just doing Tai Chi. See it that time? Yes, sir.
But the, and I'm thinking weight shift, the weight stays on your left foot.
Very important, correct, yes. Weight stay. That's a clear, concise way of saying a lot of what I've been saying more complicated wise is that your weight stays on the left until you turn, until your toes turn. Yeah. Cool. Any others? So, let's see, in a few minutes, we could preview forward to the next move, I guess. Let's do that, yeah. Oh, well, we know the next move, but let's preview to the move after the next move. So after, here it is, we've got grasp the first tail, just like the middle section. Do we need to, y'all want to review that? Sure. Okay, let's do it. So, get into your ending position. Go actually down this way a little bit, so some of y'all can see me. So, we are going to do grasp the bird's tail, but we're kind of already near our ward off, right? So the first thing we do is just turn to the right a little bit, and we've got our left hand by the right elbow. Then we get right back into the groove, shift back, turn to the left, circle the left hand. Press. And I'm not saying there's no details to work out in there, just conceptually it's not like a more complicated thing. Any questions about that? You want to try it again? Let's try it again, just to make sure. We may come back to it and refine it. I don't know why I'm getting impatient to get to the next move. It's the same form. Turn to the right, left hand by right elbow. Shift back, turn to the left. Touch. Follow through. Sink. Reset your hands one more time. Let me see how it's going. If it's hard to like get into, it is kind of weird to get into that final position. If you want a good approximation, just do your brush knee push and then turn your hand around. That's pretty good approximation. And begin. See what happens. Keep your feet where they are. Return mountain position. Oh, I'm sorry, the ending position. Sorry, that same, just put the arms back. It was not very clear. I was noticing there was something we can't actually refine here. So, from this position, when I say the next thing, don't shift back. When I say the next thing, don't shift back. Turn to the right, left hand by right elbow. Shift back, feel your right foot stay on the ground. Turn. Shift forward. Your left foot stay on the ground. Shift back, feel your right foot stay on the ground. Lightly. Shift forward, feel your left foot stay. Okay, yeah, good. Really shake it out there. You're gonna let us ever get out of this posture. Questions on that? Comments? You wanna see it one time before we bow out?
Yes.
Sure, you want. We're about at time. I'll come give you context too. Doing that. Sorry, I'll be better. Question? That feel about what you were doing? It looked like it. Cool. We may review that some, depending on who's here next class, and start looking at the parting the wild horses with. Not one of your 21 applications, which I mistakenly said a little while ago. All right, let's line up. We'll do our life skill.
What is life skill?
It is the snake, the persistent action, I believe. Let's see if I remember it in a second.
I could never do that one. I don't want to be in front of the camera to try and do
See
it.
if I remember. So we'll do a slow one, okay? more time to remember. So the path of self-mastery requires persistent action. Persistent action achieves a goal without quitting. You want to do the feet. The feet go step back with the left, touch with the right. Switch. Step forward. It's less than it seems. Yeah, the hands make it seem big. So once again, the feet, you step back with the left and step in with the right, just touch. And I think you just switch them if you don't want to hop. Okay, let's do it with the hands. 2 more times. Path of self-mastery requires persistent action. Oh, I forgot one of the steps. That's what happens. Okay, I was like, this doesn't seem right. Okay, let's do the feet again with the correct feet. So you're going to step back, step in, step forward into a big, what we call a bow stance. Then you're going to switch and step into the other. One more time with the right feet. Step back and touch. Step into your bow stance. Now switch by stepping back and touching. Stepping. Okay. Now with the correct hands. Path of self-mastery requires persistent action. Persistent action achieves a goal. One more time. Path of self-mastery requires persistent action. Persistent action achieves a goal without quitting. Thank you, Bow to Advanced and Intermediate students. Black Size training dismissed. Master's Path, get a drink if you want. And come back out and see what we need to work on.
I just called Lee, going to Lee, and we were in the last class, Thursday, or Monday, or one of the classes. And I told yeah, but what happened was, Monday, Wednesday.
Okay.
Yeah, and I came to Monday class.
Yeah.
And you weren't there that day, and I was schooling on texting you. It was him.
Yeah.
I don't get it done, and just so sorry. And I
That's
saw the
all right.
text, I was like, oh man, I'm
Let's give
totally.
her I gave him permission to do this game if we can't hear it at all, and if he said it was, and if you said it was okay. Okay.
No noise.
Yeah, well, it's gonna be hard to be quiet. See if you can do it.
Don't punch back.
Yeah, yes, sir. So we're doing both 8 energies, push hands. 8 energies understood in the terms of push hands and applications that we need. So it's going to be a little bit like, until we figure out what our gaps are, it's going to be a little like, what do we need? The easy place would be just to start with the applications. But we'll figure that out. Let's do that. Let's start with applications, and then once Head Instructor Durkin and I can sort of organize how we're going to do our 8 energies, then we'll do that. But for all the 8 energies, we're going to talk about the stuff you have to memorize and feeling them in push hands, because they're both are important. Okay, so let's do the application for Embrace Tiger Return to Home. Who do you guys have testing application partners yet? Okay. Yeah, okay. Well, if you do know who you're testing with, it's good to practice with them. I'm not trying to admonish you for not knowing yet. That's okay. So, just for a matter of if you all knew who you were, I would say you practice together. So, okay, let's work on the application. So, who's done it before? Maybe everybody in here, except for one. Okay, cool.
Yeah, I think a long time ago.
Yeah. Well, let's review it. So, who wants to demonstrate with me so others can watch? Okay, cool. So, basically, in the form, the attacker is going to be kind of back here. And we're going to come up with that right kick, nice and slow, but with the commitment to kick through your hip. So you have to get out of the way, hook up your hip, and then shift forward. And if you see them losing their balance, don't hold on to their leg. That's okay. Like you'll help them fall if you want to. If there's a tendency to I don't want to drop you, but if you hold on to their leg, you are making. That's okay. So 1, don't get hit, look underneath it. And the more you get to know your partner, the more their kick will follow through basically just be like cradled in your arms by the time you do it. Any questions on it? Well, no, maybe I'm just doing too fast. So the first thing is I'm not getting hit, but I'm immediately hooking back. Then I step underneath and then shift my weight. To be careful, you can really toss them. I'm going gentle because I don't want to toss some of the mirrors right now. To be honest. And maybe it's working. No.
So your move, your don't get fit is your bringing the hand, shifting to the left.
So really, this part and this part become continuous. I think that's why maybe why it disappears in form so much. But you do still need to shift over, and then your hand is in the right place to hook. And then once you're hooking, basically you want to be already sinking and stepping. Does that make sense?
Mm-hmm.
All right. Why don't you give it a try? Mr. Brett, Mr. Schwinn, Dr. Gohring, Mr. Garcia, partners. And if you want to favor this one towards the front of the room, just to not be behind the mirror, you can come up and take my space. That's fine. Yeah.
So,
Yes, I will.
Here. Here.
Okay.
Yep. Turn. Yep. And push the back.
Oh yeah, turn and it's gonna roll.
Right. So as you come, hold. Turn.
Push. Your hands like this.
Yeah.
Like when you split your hands, right?
Yep.
Like this.
Okay.
And it veers over.
Here, down, as you come down.
Yeah.
Step back,
no, I get it.
grab,
Okay.
turn, rotate, you stick, grab.
So you're rolling off. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, that's what I
And
want.
push.
No, wait, so I'm gonna get out of push.
Yes. See how you cup the leg and then as you rotate, turn.
I want to grab you because
Yes.
the.
Uh-huh.
Go ahead.
Love it.
Okay.
Come across.
Okay.
Yes.
Yes. Good. So, good job. Getting under it. And you set, let your hands turn around. Yeah. Rotate here.
Five. Here. Cup.
Because of empathy.
Yes.
I think I was more,
Yeah.
focusing on this shift over more than anything.
Well, you should be already in the left leg by that. Yes. See how you're already here before you move?
You see I'm doing it wrong?
No.
Oh, okay.
I usually here. So as you come back, you're already in place.
Okay.
Yes. Yes. Mm-hmm.
You want, and if you want me to
Coming
try
out
out
wide.
as goofy with you, I can keep my leg up for a long time. So if you want me to try out as your goofy, that's fine.
Coming out wide.
Y'all are doing good.
I was stepping out, okay, great.
Or straight back.
So I know this is challenging.
Yes.
So walk in.
I think I was trying to get you to push
Yeah,
that.
It's going a little higher
underneath me.
but also
You want to come
kick
behind me.
through you.
Closer?
So
Or no, I think you're the right spot.
On the right
So
spot.
you're in the right spot.
slow.
Once I'm here, yes.
Yeah.
And look at your power. Yeah. You'll feel the power as you turn.
Aiming for the hip.
Now do it again, but I want you to stay put.
And then you hooked correctly, but then you then let your hand turn and you're underneath.
And try again. All right, look at your feet.
That'd be great.
Look at your feet.
I'll show you.
Yeah. That's part of your power.
Turn your hand to the
Yes.
There it is, yeah, there you go.
Down. Releases the hip.
Oh, your shoe. Oh, your knee.
Extra grippy.
Yeah.
Okay?
tries to kick a little deeper. So, yeah, but slowly. So here's how I would kick. See, then I'm just like, all right.
Very good.
Let your hand turn, Mr. Schwinn.
Yeah, no, I'm happy. I didn't want to drop you.
I know.
I already had bounced on one foot, I didn't want